peace. Why do you have such a problem with me?
Can we get the real Andy? I would prefer the real Andy.
Oh, let's get the real Max. I'll take off my mask when you take off your mask, brother.
Because who's your new favorite YouTuber, Ian, that wanted to be on the show with us?
The madman. The madman.
Mad movie man.
Let's bring on Max Movies because he scares the living shit out of me. Hold on.
Oh wow.
Mad Max says, I think you should apologize. Right? I'm sitting here in a goddamn torn down pool house.
I don't even know who you
pool house
are.
is torn apart. Okay, it's torn apart because I'm remodeling on my $70 webcam. Okay, I'm no better than you.
I'm sorry, but don't you guys find it kind of creepy that a 40-year-old man
To me, it's funny. He's a YouTuber. He wears a Dr. Doom mask. He interviewed Tommy.
in all of their videos because they're afraid to show their pale white face? I don't know. That seems a little suspicious to me.
Yeah. Let me get Max in here. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no. Oh no. I should never have allowed it to happen. I'm already regretting it. No,
Especially some dude just wearing a mask all the time screaming at the camera.
Mad Max is here. Never thought I'd see you in my chat. Great costume, Drunk. Thanks.
Rich, long time. Please take off your shirt and show us some saggy melon.
Yeah.
And please, with some Finnegan Fox enthusiasm,
Yes!
show us on the floor. Oh God, I see what you did there. You son. I like saggy melon.
Oh, there you go.
But like, just
hard at work.
this
is hard at work.
Messed up now.
Where's your boss?
Saggy, hold on.
Go get your boss. Go get your boss.
At work.
I need your clout.
Chasing off of me, bro.
I need your clout. Oh wow.
I'm at work. You see,
I'm
I'm
gonna
working. I'm trying to
get
end the
ready.
night. You
Get ready
decided
for
to go
the
live now while I'm trying to get my job
There's a
done.
reason for that. Get ready for the cancellation live in person.
Get ready for the cancellation. Yeah, you were about to get canceled. You already know.
Mom!
Yes, honey?
You happened again!
Did you have your mask on?
I always have my mask on.
Oh, I'm not on.
I already hold you. I was watching your other stream. You're like, I hope someone shows up. Listen, I'm backing down. I don't have I can't take the melons.
You don't want this. You don't want
No,
this. You don't want
I don't know.
Max. You don't.
I know you're stocking shelves. Oh wow, you're
smoke you do not want to mess with.
See, the accusations were false. Someone said you're doing a lot of texting network, and she's stalking.
Doing a lot of text at work, damn right, because this is my job.
No,
I'm doing my job while we're talking. So
you know what you know what the reality is? She was texting watching YouTube, and then she's like, I'm going live. I better stock shelves.
Guest Tommy Telleriso.
Telleriso. Oh my God.
All right. Restart the stream. Restart.
Nice chatting with you. I'll see you guys later.
Jeremy, I just reached 5K.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It really doesn't matter.
While you're here, if you'd like to consider memberships, it's only 99 cents.
Rip away, my friend. Rip away.
Because, man!
Movie Madness Entertainment.
Welcome, everyone. I forgot to change my background. Don't worry. I'm not going full madman like 2018 after The Last Jedi. But I do want to criticize Kathy Kennedy again. And yes, I made a thumbnail making her look like, and I don't want to attack women either. I'm not part of the hate stream media. I'm not. It just happened to be that there's two ladies that deserve a lot of criticism right now. One of them is Kathy Kennedy, and the other one is Grace Randolph. And it's extremely pathetic how she's been handling how she got her scoop wrong, going to the point of saying that Cavill's not a good Superman. I'm not even going to react to that video. I'm going to react to her first video. But yes, liar. Kathy has Mike Zero credibility for Star Wars. That's how bad it's gotten when you're announcing Star Wars projects. I'm not going to say she's just the coffee girl to Steven Spielberg. If you want to see that, go to Geeks and Gamers. She is a very prolific producer, and you owe her childhood to a lot of projects she helped put together and get funding for. You know, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, she helped a lot of that stuff happen. But she is an absolutely horrible president. And I know what people are going to say, but what about the Disney Plus shows? Yes, they exist. And if anything, that proves that something else was working where she keeps floundering. Something else into the equation. And guess what? It was probably more than likely, and listen, we're almost in 2023. I'm not going to say a woman's taking credit for a man's work. I'm just saying what changed. What changed for the Disney Plus for it to be a success? Jon Favreau got involved with Dave Filoni. I'm not saying she doesn't deserve any credit, but that's where things started working, in my opinion, on Disney Plus. And shout out to Star Wars Santa. I hope I don't scare you away, man. I was watching the show with you and Jason Ward today, and I think it would actually be very interesting for us to friendly debate, go back and forth with me, you, and maybe even Jason in the future, because I'm an extreme critic. A friendly debate. But I completely disagree with Jason in your live stream today. It was a good live stream. I left a like. I'm subscribed to Star Wars Santa. You should too. But I think I'm sick of excuses for her. It's an absolute listen. Star Wars is in a better place right now. But there is no reason that you have a whole galaxy and you're employed by Disney, unlimited resources, and all of these projects never come to fruition. And it's not like it's just the pandemic. This was a start. This was a problem from the start. This is why the sequel trilogy is all over the place. Whether you like it or not, it's still all over the place. It's not consistent, and it wasn't planned ahead. The only thing that was planned ahead was release dates. Those are facts. They weren't going to delay those movies when they're making $1 billion each. No. But from the start, hiring people while they're hot, creative differences, and projects falling through. It's proven. When she announces a project, it's the biggest joke out there. No one has any confidence. If you want to see something that's worse than Warner Brothers and DC, it's Kathy Kennedy's movie announcements. And there's recent rumors that Bob Chapek has been going out and say, stop announcing shit because it's a joke. And I know people aren't really fond of him either. And I honestly, she might have got that memo ahead of time. And then they leaked, they went with this. This is another way for her to announce her projects. I have no confidence in this new project whatsoever. And that's not the sandbox of Star Wars is a whole nother galaxy. There is no excuse that a franchise that was as profitable, that was making $1 billion for the sequel trilogy, should go silent this long. I'm sorry. In the movie theaters. Marvel didn't do it. Marvel has the Disney Plus shows and the movies. Even DC has started. They've always had the WB shows, but they've also started having shows on HBO Max with Peacemaker. They have Titans and Doom Patrol, and they're starting a Penguin. I'm telling you, besides the Disney Plus shows, if it wasn't for the Disney Plus shows, it would be a fucking disaster. This is truth. That true, Ibrahim Khan. But what would have been the right thing to do is delay episode 9 and to make sure the writing was very effective, but they weren't going to do that. The intro is, listen, that is a blatant lie, Isaac. And I know you're just trying to get a clip out of context clip out, but Max very much likes boobies. Max does not hate boobies at all. How dare you say such lies, Isaac? I love boobies. I can't believe I said that on air. Damn it, Isaac. You baited me again. You baited me again. I should not have said that. Damn it. Damn it. I already regret that one. I already regret that. I have not gotten worse. I'm not hating women. I'm not hating women. Malad and Kulik asks about the duct tape for Grace. Not very diverse with the duct tapes, Max. Well, I only had one image with the duct tape already on there. And honestly, she should shut the F up. Because I am sick of her hating on talent in the industry. She's as toxic as the hate stream media here on YouTube. The geeks and gamers and everything else. When she is salty about something, she goes overboard. There's no excuse for the vitriol that she's pointed towards Henry Cavill the last few weeks. Now he's not talented enough to be Superman just because he didn't go with your scoop that Marvel was seeking him out. And instead of admitting that you were wrong with no actual credible proof that Marvel was looking for him, you say, oh, he must have chose wrong. You still haven't proven that Marvel was courting Henry Cavill. You still haven't proven that. And I don't even know what she says in this recent video. So we're going to react to it here. But there's a lot to cover. Hey, Rhea, how's it going? Well, that could be part of the issue. And I think if you really do respect women, you criticize them, equal opportunity for criticism as well. And you know what? Thank God. Thank God we're in a time in 2022 where you can give equal criticism because there are women getting jobs, high-powered jobs in the industry. I'm very disappointed with Michelle Rejwan. I don't think we should gloss this over, the situation at Star Wars. The shows are great. I love all the Star Wars shows. Love an Andor. But there's no reason that this, one of the best properties in all of entertainment and a whole galaxy of potential, should be in this situation, and you should have it in the movie theater. Okay. Superman lives. Yes, Superman is alive. Should we start with Grace? Let's start with Grace, and then we are going to react also to the camper. Christian Harloff is a guest on the John Campea show talking about Kathy Kennedy. But I also want to say, this is also with Hamada too. Some of my friends have been overly protective of Walter Hamada. We got to stop fronting for these executives that are not good at their jobs. They're not. Walter Hamada had some good stuff, but it was all over the place too. And it honestly, it's not all his. Yes, he had to deal with some things that were already in place before he started, but he did not write the course. In fact, he greenlit a lot of projects that may not be financially successful and put the whole company at risk. And these are people. Why are we so even in movie talk, it boggles my mind how we're so critical of certain directors we don't like. But a lot of movie pundits have the go to bat for executives that have way more resources at their disposal than a director, way more opportunities to succeed, where the director has a budget, a mandate, a cast. And I'm not saying executives are not important either. They are important. But if you're not doing the job right, you're not doing the job right. And honestly, yes, I jumped the gun with my videos years ago. And I listen, I thoroughly take the L for that. Here you go. Someone clip this. Max takes the L for Kathy Kennedy fired. Okay? But at this point, yes, and Isaac, clip that out. Is it clip that out? L. All right. But at this point, I really think someone else should come in and at least help her out. At least get a co-president or something. Because the Michelle Rejwan thing is also a very big disappointment. And I would think she was her own woman. She came from J.J. Abrams' crew. But honestly, it's the same faults that J.J. has. Not getting shit done. You know? Directors could be low-hanging fruit. Okay. Ibrahim Khan, I agree with your frustration about Star Wars theatrical Max, but I want to know who is the executive that would be competent to replace her. I don't think she is going to get replaced anymore. I've learned when I made that prediction about Kathy, I was not lying to the audience. That's what I thought was going to happen based on what was happening with DC. And I underestimated her history and connection as a producer in Hollywood, and that was my mistake. That's why I believe she still has the job, is she's so connected. But the pattern is pretty clear. She hires a hot director, and she says, what do you want? What project do you want to do? Instead of focusing on stories that Lucasfilm wants to tell and then reaching out for talent, because I don't think she knows. I think her strengths are, and this is probably, she's not working on any, she's had enough time to work on her weaknesses and she hasn't done it. Her strengths are finding hot talent and setting things up, getting the people together, but planning an actual universe and story creatively is a big fault, and she's not getting any better. And it's always the same thing: creative differences, hiring people. This is the biggest thing Star Wars needs to do, with or without Kathy, is stop looking for talent and hiring them to do what they want, and start searching for stories and then finding someone to take up that story. Problem solved. It could happen, but there was someone else right before that too, Mladen, right before the Taika Waititi. It's so ridiculous. Thank you. JJ's a scam artist. Yeah, Cake. Yeah, I believe so, but something needs to change still. I don't think she's in good graces with Chapek. Kathy Kennedy is inexorably sewn into Star Wars The End. It could happen. I don't know. I think there's been enough time that there hasn't been any forward momentum on the Taika Waititi Star Wars project. And they probably want to get Thor 5 started, ideas for Thor 5 started going. All right. Let's get to, well, first, let's get to Grace Randolph, okay? Because, hold on a sec. I would do a better job. I'm not saying I'm good for the job. I would do better than her, because I would focus on getting people to tell stories first and then search out talent. Yes, I know. Rhea says, do you think she's allowed the creatives like Favreau and Filoni to take on more of the planning, or is she still blocking progress, in your opinion? I think because Disney Plus was a new thing on a new untracked territory, that they just let them experiment, and then they ultimately came up with a lot of success, and they're just their own well-oiled machine. Of course, she gets producer credit. I'm not saying she doesn't do anything for it, but honestly, if you're going to ask the question, would Disney Star Wars on Disney Plus be successful with or without Kennedy? I can honestly, without any hesitancy, say that Kathy Kennedy removed from the Star Wars Disney Plus shows would be just as successful without her. Okay? And people might hate that take. I honestly believe that. I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are a great team together. I also saw, when you watch the behind the scenes of the making the first Mandalorian show, there's a round table with Kathy there. She doesn't really have to add much. I mean, that's not her job either, but I honestly think it's happening with or without her. And I don't put that success on her. Sorry. Yes, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that this leaked out, and I think everyone just rolled a collectively eye roll this week when we heard about new Star Wars. It was like 50 videos. You're right, Tony. It was. No, I wouldn't mind seeing it either, Rhea. I just don't have any confidence in it whatsoever. I would have more confidence if DC announced another movie. I would have more confidence if DC. All right. Sean says, I'm happy for Cavill. Hey, please smash the like button for Scoop Wars and to help out the channel. I'm happy for Cavill. So many fans love his Superman. Gives the fans what they want to see. They are the ones paying to see your films. And yes, what have we heard from the disgraced scoopers? Disgraced scoopers lately. Well, first it was Cavill's not going to be Superman anymore. Then, shout out to my friend Matt. It was, well, maybe Hamada deserves some credit. This weird simping for Hamada, who does not deserve it, in my opinion. This weird defending of Hamada. Where did all these Hamada defenders come from? It's weird. I don't hate the dude like other people do, but it was a fucking mixed bag of projects. And the Wonder Twins, the Batgirl, and all these other productions, and you're not taking care of, like I said on my past videos, the only plan was not this. Actually, that's very similar to Star Wars. Star Wars, the sequel trilogy, the only plan was not George. And then Warner Brothers and DC, the only plan was not Snyder and not Cavill. And look where this ended up to you. If you're going to say not this, have a different plan to execute on. And that's where both these situations, Warner Brothers and Star Wars, got the way they are. They're too reactionary, too focused on trending, hiring, instead of focused on stories and where it should go, and it's focusing on what it shouldn't be instead of what it should. And that's also very prevalent on the internet itself. People can't do videos on promoting things. They have to be what it's not. They focus on the negative. Consumed by what not to do. Have a plan. Have story. That's still the biggest issue in Hollywood is not woke. It's that no one wants to finish the story or put the story first. A lot of projects get started without knowing where the hell they are going. And that's consistently the issue with Hollywood, in my opinion. Okay. If Hamada left in any part of Batgirl, then he is a man of integrity and class. Set an alarm. Yes, I see that's, yeah. Hating Snyder does get clicks. Oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer came out? Awesome. Okay, let's get to this reaction to Grace, which I do say, and I don't say this lightly to especially women, but Grace needs to shut the fuck up. Because I'm sick of her attacking talent. Jessica Chastain, other actresses, and she is the fool that the usual anti-SJW hate stream media point to when they say how ridiculous access media can be is she's focusing on irrelevant bullshit. Like her first criticism where she dogpiled on Galadriel from Rings of Power was saying she was a Mary Sue and a Karen. And the most thing she was concerned about is if the elves are gay. And I don't care if they are, but that's what she was focusing on. She's focused on superficial bullshit, just like the opposite end of the mirror, the anti-SJW hate stream media. This is a solo show, Tony. This is a solo show. I'm doing solo shows, and then later on we'll have them and me. What? I could tell anyone to shut the fuck up. Sorry. She is overly aggressive, focuses on superficial stuff, and then she attacks the talent when she's wrong on scoops. That's why I should tell her to do it. Because what did she do? Instead of admitting she was wrong, that Marvel is courting and Feige is courting Henry Cavill, she starts to say, well, he had opportunities and he didn't take it. He should have listened to me. He's not a good Superman, and he's very difficult. What do we know about Warner Brothers? Constantly attacking the talent when we know that Warner Brothers has failed their talent consistently for years, whether you like Zack Snyder or not. It's not just Zack. It's not just Ray Fisher. Warner Brothers has been horrible to their talent in a bad working relationship, and that's not good for the industry. Yeah, I saw that. I will say this from the Rich from Review Tech USA is an ass. In Retro Bro, I almost said Retro Bray. Retro Bro was right when he said his family should be ashamed of himself. To get to that point where Retro Bro went on, he was talking about cucumbers and defecating on people and breasts. It was just the most immature bullshit I've ever seen. Is this what happens on Twitch? Okay. Brian says, shut the F up, Max. Why you telling my girl to shut the F up, bro? We got beef. I hope you hungry tonight. All right. I'm not doing that again, Isaac. I'm not falling for your tricks. All right, let's get to the reaction here. Again, this is par for the course for Grace. Disgraced Randolph. The pooper scooper of 2022. Ben Affleck was developing a project. It's supposed to be directing, and instead of waiting for him to go through rehab, they gave it to Matt Reeves. When Ben Affleck has done very good for Warner Brothers, he's a made man at Warner Brothers, getting them multiple Academy Awards for his projects. They gave his project away. David Ayer, Henry Cavill, that had nothing to do with Snyder's vision, and they blamed Snyder behind the scenes. You know? There's more instances. I'm trying to think now. There was other projects that fell through. I don't know. I'll have to do more research. Why do you guys always make different Grace? You guys suck and are bad at hearing things you don't want to. Why is there defending Grace when she's going after Cavill now? I don't understand. All right. Cavill also, Man of Steel was very successful for an origin film when it was released. We didn't get to the point where origin movies were as successful as they are in Marvel for quite some time. That was the start of this DCE universe. And even though they were very reactionary to Cavill, and from recent reports, they basically fired him as Superman for many years based on the reception of Justice League, which it can be subjective, but the Justice League version of Justice League was completely, I think, on the executives and a lot of opinions out there. And then Ayer also had his movie hijacked and completely changed halfway through at that time. But that's exactly what Lucasfilm was doing with Solo and Rogue One. It was getting like that. And Deathstroke. WB throw everyone under the bus. All right, let me bring this up here. You guys are distracting me. Hold on. I am still subscribed to Grace, by the way. All right, share the screen here.
For a live stream, for those of you who are new or haven't had a chance to participate, we're going to go through the 3 stories of the day. Please try to ask me things that are about what we're talking about, so that I can have a good stream of thought while we're discussing things. And at the end, for 10 minutes, you can ask me anything that you would like. I'm not necessarily going to answer it, but that's when you can just throw me any curveball you would wish.
I also saw that RJ came in. I didn't watch this yet, but when I was getting ready to react, I saw that RJ threw her super chat. I hope she answers it. Different than Disney fixed the problem. No, listen, Brian, just because Star Wars is good on Disney Plus, there's no reason that we should go in the 2023 and not know what the hell is happening with the Star Wars movie. I'm sorry. She's attacking her fans? Uh-oh. She blocked you too, Anthony? Oh, wow. Hey, Anthony, if you're available, maybe I'll have you on because it's been a while. Let me send you a link in case you're able. You might not be able to pop on. I miss you, though. I miss you. Team MME International. Let me see. Anthony Grigsby. If you're available, pop in. If not, don't worry about it. But just because I miss you. Tony's here all the time. I like Tony too, though. All right. Let's get back to it. Stop making excuses for these people that make so much money, Brian. You're very critical of Zack Snyder or anything else that doesn't execute. Why do we excuse these executives, but we dog on directors? You know, why? It is important. It's the biggest franchise in entertainment history with a whole galaxy as its sandbox. And it has the pocketbooks of Disney, the money bags of Disney. There is no excuse. She has unlimited opportunities more than anyone else in the industry right now, and she can't get it done. She can't. I'm very happy with the Disney Plus shows. But we should be getting... We can't even plan a movie a year out or 2 years out. One movie. Listen, and you may have been critical about Star Trek back in the day. Star Trek has its shit together except for the movies right now. Except for the movies. Actually, I would say Star Trek may even be surpassing Star Wars with how well it's executing its projects and getting stuff there. You know? And Disney has more money and opportunity with Star Wars. Who doesn't want to work on Star Wars? Maybe because of Kathy, that's it.
If you do a super chat, I will try to do it right away. Just like Resident Justice says. Hi, Grace. Is DC Warner Brothers Pictures reposting Henry's post all over the social media part of the negotiations? Why would they repost and say he's back as well? Great question.
Oh, good. That was a great question, RJ. Hold on a second. Maybe I should have left her a super chat.
Pictures reposting Henry's post all over the social media, part of the negotiations. Why would they repost and say he's back as well? Great question. I'm going to answer that because that's one of the reasons I want to do this as a live stream, is that I felt people had very legitimate counterpoints, and I can't do that on social media. So doing it in a live stream, we can actually discuss this. Trisha, I'm so jealous you're at the Grand Floridian at Disney World. Oh, I would love to be there next to you, although apparently you have a lot of people next to you because it's quite crowded. All right, so hey, Matthew. Oh, that's very sweet of you. All right, so I'm glad you like my glasses, Alex. I might be...
Great question, but she doesn't answer it right away. That's a great question, RJ. Does she ever answer it? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Debuting a new pair of glasses in the next week or so. I have to think about it. I have to get my nerve up. They're very different, but I like them.
Go for it, Grace. So anyway, go for it.
A little movie came out this weekend called Black Adam, and Warner Brothers is promoting it as one.
And he's not in the MCU, Grace. Cavill is not in the MCU, and you haven't provided any proof that Feige was courting Cavill, and then you give him hell saying he made a bad choice and he's not a good Superman. This was in her other video. I'm not gonna react to 2 Greg's videos in a row, but that's basically what she said, and that's bullshit. Really criticizing the talent, just like she goes after Jessica Chastain.
Would expect a studio to do. Although for some reason, a lot of fans, thanks, Sihar, a lot of fans, Juan, you can't ask me that right now. I said all the songs sound the same about Taylor Swift. All right, so anyway, a lot of you don't seem to understand very clear advertisements. So before the
this is okay. I'm gonna get to this. I know the route she's going because I've seen some of my friends and the scoopers and movie pundits on here. It's possible, but if you're gonna argue this is the most fucking asinine thing you could do as an executive. Is have your star in the movie have it like he's making a comeback and then negotiate after the fact. That will be completely asinine because you're giving all the leverage to Cavill, who you've got years and years in the trades, knowing that he wants more creative control and a better salary. And the fact that people are still arguing this is so moronic. And then basically he drops the mic and says, I'm back and the future is bright for Superman. And then instead of admitting your L, you got to turn on it and say this isn't good role for him. He's missed up on other opportunities instead of admitting Grace's faults. So that's why she deserves a massive L. You know, I don't understand this argument. Why would now it is Warner Brothers, so maybe they're that stupid. Maybe Warner Brothers is that dumb to put Cavill in, not have a new contract, and get everyone excited for Superman coming back and say, now let's negotiate a contract. Why in the world would you do that? What business sense would that make? And let me see here. Do we only have, hold on a second. Whoa, we have 49 people watching and only 13 likes? Come on. Get those likes up, everyone. Come on, help me out here. You want more solo streams? It's MME's not going anywhere, but I want to do more of these solo streams. Help me out. Smash the hell out of the like button. Come on. Indy 5, that has finally come together after years of false starts. But I will give her credit if that comes out and it's good. And also, Willow is happening. So there's some small things there. Well, thank you, JP. I appreciate that. All right, here we go.
Dropped. They said, we're considering making Man of Steel 2. And that got all of you very excited. It got a lot of people very excited. That did trend.
I mean, what does she have to, this is another thing that's just cringe right off the bat, is she has in her thumbnail, what does I'm back mean? It means he's back. It means he's back. What does I'm back mean? Why does she need to? She spills the tea about rumors all the time, but she doesn't understand what I'm back means. All right, here we go.
On Monday of last week. And a lot of you, again, felt that was a legit news story. And then Dwayne Johnson is going around everywhere that he can talking about Superman. He's like, stay for the super cameo. Every single tweet and social media comment, he says there's something about the cameo, which I think is pretty crazy. Oh, Tanya gifted another 5 memberships. Thank you. That there's a 5-second cameo, and that's the entire discussion around this movie from the people who made it. From the people who made it.
That's not the she's misrepresenting it now. Now people are talking about Black Adam and Justice League. Yes, people were really concerned about that cameo, but there's a lot of discussions around Black Adam now. There's a lot of discussions about Black Adam, the Justice League, and the future of DC, and I'm not going to apologize either for talking about the future of superheroes, just like I do for Marvel. What's going to happen to these characters next? It's like you can't even speculate on what's going to happen. Well, there's no money to do it, so shut up. You can't think about the future of what Justice League and Justice Society is going to do and all these characters are heading towards because they don't have any money to do it.
All right. So they're like, I feel it's almost like they're like, hey, we realize that we should have made Black Adam versus Superman. So please don't make us lose the $300 million we spent on the movie that's coming out that's come out. Because it was $200 million to promote it. I mean, $200 million to make it, another $100 million to promote it. So that's $300 million that Warner Brothers needs to recoup that Dwayne Johnson told them to spend. So,
well, I'm going to get to this, Samir. She does have credit, but I think it would have happened with or without her. If you put Filoni and Favreau in the positions they're in, it would have happened with or without her. But yeah, she gets her producer credit, and she's the president of Lucasfilm. But but what has she done to move the needle on Star Wars and get projects rolling? It's a joke. That's why she deserves the clown nose.
So they really want this to be a hit. So they're hitting you very hard, very hard. So they start out with the Man of Steel 2 carrot, and that worked out pretty well. But they didn't get great box office, right? So today, Henry Cavill comes in, as I said, it's like a bookending is a good way to describe it. So they bookended on Monday, and they're like, hey, everybody, now Henry Cavill, because some of you insisted that if you discussed Henry Cavill, it would be ruining the cameo. So Henry Cavill could not participate. He wasn't at the premiere. He wasn't at the junket. So finally, Henry Cavill's like, okay, I can be part of the group. He comes in there, he talks about it, and he goes, hey, everybody, I'm gonna make this, I'm back. And, I think it's intentionally vague, which we're going to talk about. Oh, yeah, I didn't even mark the story. I just got right into it. Okay.
It's not that vague. I'm back means I'm back. I think she's doing gymnastics to try to say, well, we don't know yet. We don't know yet. Yeah, we don't know exactly yet. But when Zaslav, how everyone said, accept what the people in charge are saying. Remember when everyone says, accept what Snyder is saying, it's a cul-de-sac. Well, Zaslav says Superman is a priority, and Superman shows up at the end of Black Adam, and now he says he's back. And now we got to do all this interpreting. That's too vague. That's too vague. He said he's been wanting to come back as Superman. Regardless of what the fans wanted, he's been saying, I keep the cape in my closet. I want to be Superman still. So when he says he's back, that means he's back. Unless something changes again. Unless Black Adam drops off like a rock off a cliff for next weekend. There's been enough time to course correct, Brian. There's been plenty of years. How many years has it been since the last Star Wars movie? Plenty of time. To not even have a plan. It's not like no, there's not a Star Wars movie coming out this year. It's like if they actually started doing shit, we still wouldn't get a Star Wars movie until 2025 at this point. It's almost 2023. 6 years before a Star Wars movie? That's a failure. I'm sorry. It's a failure.
Okay. So anyway, so yeah. So that's what's going on. So it's they're really promoting Black Adam. A lot of you are thinking Man of Steel 2, and that's certainly on the table. Yeah, boop. Okay, that's certainly on the table. But what's really at stake right now is Black Adam. I think they're worried that Black Adam's going to drop like a rock next weekend, and they don't want that to happen. So they're very nervous. They're very nervous, and they're really pushing hard because they want to make sure that people go and see it. Like
I do agree they're nervous about second weekend box office, especially with Wakanda Forever. If they don't maintain second weekend, then it's smooth sailing for Wakanda Forever. They need to have a stronghold to make their money back, especially when Wakanda Forever, especially if it goes worldwide. The video is choppy. Uh-oh.
If this thing just completely has the bottom fall out from underneath it. Thanks, C-Rams. So, okay. So how did this story break? Because I tweeted about it right before it broke. And by the way, for those of you who are like, oh, Grace doesn't want to see this happen, I tweeted about it. I fully expected them to announce a contract for Man of Steel 2 today. I had a source tell me, oh, something's about to happen. And I was like, oh, is it Cavill related? And they were like, pretty much. And I was like, oh, man, they're going to announce Man of Steel 2. So I said,
why would you say an aw man to that? I mean, I guess it's subjective, but she has been consistently going super negative on Cavill. And again, these people in the movie talk pundits have been consistently against Cavill and The Rock's ex-wife, what's her name? Negotiating with Warner Brothers, putting it all on Cavill. Well, he must just be difficult. He must be difficult. Have you seen Warner Brothers? He has said nothing in the press. He's always put his best foot forward. He's a prime example of how your talent should act. And everyone jumps the gun and blames him and Danny Garcia. And she said, well, I heard he's difficult behind the scenes. I think she said that in the other video as well. Difficult behind the scenes. I don't like attacking talent like this. I really don't. And these executives in these big companies make they bring in a lot of money for them, and they should be treated better.
Tweeted out, and I was like, I can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. And I'm like, I heard that it was happening any second. I thought for sure they were, because here's the thing. If Black Adam had done really well, and this is another bit of evidence that it didn't do incredibly well opening weekend, it would have done so incredibly well that on Sunday night, they would have signed Henry Cavill's deal for Man of Steel 2. That's what.
Oh my God. We're running with this. Why would you have the This is this weird thing in movie talk where people think it only happens when they hear about it. If Henry Cavill does have a new contract, do you think it just came into existence when you heard about it? Or do you think they've been working on it for a long time? Why would they let the fate of the box office decide if they're going to sign Cavill or not? Once you announce it to your fan base, which is already the trust is broken. And she is rolling with this like it's fact. Like as soon as she hears about a contract, that's when there's a contract. This is where people lose their shit in the scooper community. My sources are better than your sources. And this is also some issues with movie talk viewers. You only believe it when you hear about it. What do you think? They're just twiddling their thumbs and things only happen when they're announced? No, things happen behind the scenes. It takes a lot of planning to get this stuff done, and people know. I still cannot believe people actually think that, and I could be wrong, if Warner Brothers did this, it would be a bonehead move, but you announce that he's back, and then you give him all the leverage with the public, the general public, not even the ones inside this nerd bubble that want Cavill back, like the Snyder fans and all that. And then you say, oh, now we're going to negotiate. That gives all the leverage to Cavill. I guess it's possible, but I'm saying I don't know if I don't believe it. She's acting like it's a freaking fact that that's what's happening. Let me see. Oh my God. All I've been saying is I'm okay with what's currently being offered. Jesus. Like, I don't know movies make more money than TV. Listen, I'm happy. I'm happy with Star Wars TV. I love it. I love it. And I 5-6 years without a Star Wars movie or even an announcement of something going through. And it's been like 8 directors. And her track history at the beginning being a president. It wasn't good then either. Stop hiring people when they're trending and start focusing on a story to tell and then look for talent. That's all that needs to be done. There's a whole stinking story group. The one thing I will give credit for her is I've heard the High Republic, the book series and the comics. That is something that she wanted to focus on, creating a new wealth of stories and and that I heard is successful. I haven't read it myself, but there's still no movies or series based on that yet.
Weekend would have done. And I thought that maybe that happened. I thought maybe, I did prejudge the scoop, Andrea. I did. That's the scoop game. That's the scoop game. Reese, I'm glad you could join today. So I was like, okay, but I was right. I told you it was a Henry Cavill. And every single thing that I've reported about this movie has been correct.
No,
Dwayne Johnson just confirmed it.
No, everything she's correct. No. Everything about her saying that he's going to Marvel and that he turned down Marvel to come back. She says it's never going to happen. She said, I'm not going. Listen, I will do a separate video with all the stuff she's got wrong. I was completely correct.
A ton of it in the past week. So I wanted to get out ahead of this story. And then to my surprise, it was like it was a smoke screen when it went up. When Henry Cavill actually posted, he was just like, oh, I can finally talk about it. I'm so glad to be back. That's just a small taste of what's to come.
Don't finger quote that shit. Look at her trying to frame it and put a narrative on it. I'm back. No, he said, I'm back. And there's great things to come in the future. We're actually going to watch the context of the video. She is spinning like a mother effer. Are you serious, Anthony? Hold on. Let me check this out. Woo! Hold on a second. This is great. Okay. Wow. All right. We do have breaking news. Hold on a second. I'm gonna have to change the hold on a second. Hold on a second. When there's breaking news like this, I gotta change some shit. Hold on a second. Wow. This is legit. Hold on. We might have to change the Scoop Wars. Let me send the let me get some people in here to discuss this. Wow. Thank you, Anthony. Anthony, if you want to come on, let me put the link out. Let me put the link out. Well, I'll be honest, it's not my first choice, but Peacemaker is legit, and James Gunn has a strong opportunity. Strong opportunity to for, well, all right, let me also change this here. I got to change the thumbnail and everything. I got to get in this algorithm. Man. Hold on a second. Where is it? Wait a second. Hold on. Get your questions and topics in here. I got to get this on the thumbnail. I know what to do. Sorry for being unprofessional, but I'm changing the thumbnail. This is such breaking news. This is amazing to be live during this. And I'm glad they figured it out. Honestly, I think we could start to get some answers now. I really do. I believe this is not, Grace isn't going to like this shit. Ooh, she is not going to like this. All right. Stay with me, everyone. We're going to have some fun today. I don't know if anyone's popping in yet, though. All right. Let me change the thumbnail. This is amazing. I don't know who this other guy is. I'll have to read the article here. Man, I had so much to cover today. I should just stay live and not even do MME later. Come on in, everyone. This is amazing news. Hold on. I have to change the title and everything. No, that's not what I want to put. All right. Let me get this here. I'm not even looking at the chat yet. Someone popped in. Hey, William.
Hey, what's going on, dude? I just saw your thing saying get in here, so I figured I would get in here. For
There's breaking news.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I have to play it for this because this is actually legit.
Oh.
Breaking news. Okay, this was supposed to be a solo stream, everyone, but I got William and two working men. I love it. I love it.
NW O'Brien.
This is significant. I'm happy it's not my first choice, but this is also flies in the face of people saying Zach's coming back. Not that because it's James Gunn that he's not going to work with Zach either, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be up to Gunn, right? Zaslav's not going to hire Gunn. Let's get to the article here. How are you doing, Brian? You're not too mad at me for earlier, are you?
No, I'm just trying to understand where.
You're roboting.
I don't like getting into chat
I didn't know if
debates.
that was me or him.
Yeah. Well, this is legit. This is the Hollywood Reporter. I don't even have to go to Scoopers for this. DC shocker. And I remember when that shit happened with James Gunn back in the day, William Bryan. I didn't like it at the time, but then I was like, you know what? It's not for me. He does good work.
You don't think a bunch of people are going to be mad about this?
Oh yeah.
If they don't know anything,
Still Nation's going to be pissed. Pissed.
You got to look at the resume of the guy on the right. James Gunn's a big name. I like James Gunn's work, but Peter Safran, that's a solid pick.
I don't know who he is.
Oh, look at his resume.
Annabelle. Okay.
Yeah, Aquaman. He's producing an upcoming Aquaman movie. He produced a prior Aquaman movie. He produced Shazam. He's got a list and he's got a resume of running things at a high level, which is what they need. I mean, I knew this was going to be a name that probably a lot of people weren't familiar with, but the people who run these things are usually those people until they get known. And Peter Safran's an excellent pick. I think James Gunn riding shotgun or wherever he is as a storyteller is fine, but you can see what they've done there. They have a film executive there, and they have a storyteller right there next to him. That's a perfect conversation. And remember when they were talking about, hey, Jim Lee, Jim Lee should run DC and all this stuff. Jim Lee's not a filmmaker. He's not a studio head. Now they have somebody who's as close to a studio head as the people that they've talked to, sitting next to a guy who can tell stories. And when you have that kind of relationship, I think it's a great pairing.
Yeah, I like that there's two of them too. I think that shows gives me a lot of confidence that because you have somewhat of a tarnished brand, that you have two people working on it at the same time working together. I like this idea. I mean, I don't know if they're going to work exactly director. It says animation. Devin, what do you think about this breaking news?
I think it's awesome. I always liked James Gunn's aesthetic. I like his storytelling style. I think he's done great work with the DC stuff to this point. And I'm not familiar with the other dude, but just a cursory glance at like his resume for movies that he's been a producer on, seems to have a solid ability to get things across the finish line on time.
Somebody who actually knew who he was. Somebody I actually, when I heard the name, it's actually somebody I'm like, oh wow, because I thought it was going to be some no-name guy, who's the assistant to the assistant guy who worked his way up. I knew who this guy's name was immediately. It's just from based on the DC stuff that he's done. But he has a long resume. I mean, going back 20, 25 years, and he's actually, the more I think about it, he's actually perfect because he's somebody who can listen to a new direction, but he's somebody who's worked with the old direction as well. And now he's in there under a different structure where he's not going to have to answer. He's answering directly to Zaslav, which is different than the previous stuff that he's done with DC. So yeah, I think this is great news. I mean, like I said, a lot of people aren't going to know who he is. But I mean, if you just go ahead and Wikipedia and you look at some of the stuff, you've probably seen a lot of the movies and experienced a lot of the stuff that he's been involved in. And at the level he's been involved in, he's actually kind of perfect, to be honest with you.
Brian, what do to go back, you're a happy person. You like the Suicide Squad. You like James Gunn's movies.
Oh yeah. I've always enjoyed his movies. Are kind of a high point of the MCU. I like the Guardians movies. So, I mean, and the Suicide Squad was great. Peacemaker was awesome. So I just want to see that get built on. That would be nice.
I do think also it'd be a strong working relationship with, I think he'll do good with Matt Reeves as well.
Absolutely.
And if he is, I like that he's, well, his social media activity got him in trouble in the past. But I like that he still engages in social media, unlike some other executives like Kathy, like Hamada, in a positive way. I've seen him.
Well, they kind of got bullied off the internet, but that's not here nor there, right?
They didn't even try. They weren't even playing the game, really. But I've seen him retweet fans, and he's not afraid to throw a little heat. I cannot talk about L's. Can you believe when Grace Randolph has to cover this?
I was about to say, doesn't she hate this dude?
He called her out.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he posted something or he retweeted or responded to a tweet that she said, but oh geez, I didn't even know who that was supposed to be at first.
Can someone send me this PNG with just the Grace? I'm gonna put that on the thumbnail.
I thought that was Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
When it's announced that James Gunn is taking over DC.
Well, hey, just by the way, Max, don't forget though, James Gunn's in this picture. He's gonna be very important. But the guy to the right is the key. The guy to the right is the one that has the organizational structure. James Gunn is a big name, and he needs to be there. But the guy on the right is of the most importance, simply because he's going to be the guy that dictates the budget. He's going to be the guy that structures all this and hands it directly to Zaslav. I think James Gunn's going to be more of the content creator guy, executive, but Peter Safran is the main guy in this story. He's going to be the underwritten guy in the story because he's not the big name, but he's the guy who's going to be having the majority of the conversations.
I'll tell you who's going to go ecstatic is Matt Jarbo. He is going to love this news. He's going to start saying how do you think? Okay, let's go down the chat. How do you think Snyder fans are going to take this?
Oh, you have one on the screen. I'm taking it fine. Why would they? I don't see any reason.
You're not
why
that kind of Snyder fan, dude.
Snyder fans that say something lover whenever you talk about James Gunn. There's a
okay. All right, you guys.
You mean a
those
certain
aren't
nation?
fans. Those aren't fans. You're talking about the extremists. I'm a fan. So ask yourself what the extremists are going to think. Now, that's a different question. A fan, which is what you're talking to, I'm fine with this. This is great news.
Yeah.
Are we popping bottles tonight in celebration of the meltdown on Twitter? It's going to be amazing. I hope everybody comes. It's going to be epic. This is glorious news. I'm so happy. Like, oh my gosh, man. No,
I'm happy for the right reason.
You haven't seen it in a long time. I'm happy because finally there's some direction and maybe we'll get something out of this. And two, I'm also happy because it's like there's so many people are going to be crying in their beer tonight because they hate James Gunn.
I mean,
because they think he's some kind of usurper.
I mean, the
I
cool
tune those
part
guys
about it is like,
so
he usurped Zack Snyder's throne, man. How dare he? You know,
Zack Snyder never had this. Zack Snyder was never going to be at this level, even if he wanted to be. Zack Snyder is the filmmaker and below. He's not.
We
He's
got
not
to
in
get
film
Devin. We
executive.
got to get Devin. We got to get Devin. Go ahead, Devin.
Like, I don't even necessarily care about the whole Snyder angle. I mean, I'm
Thank
sure
you.
that'll be fun for its own little weird shit. But like, the really cool part to me is that James Gunn has already established himself in the. It's not like they're bringing in someone new who's going to start from scratch, building up like whatever their vision is. Like, he's already got like. He's got Suicide Squad and he's got Peacemaker, and he's already started to integrate some of that into other DC properties. We saw Harcourt pop up in Black Adam. You know,
should that have been a clue? Should that have been a clue?
I don't know if that's a clue, but
That was probably done way back.
Well, he did also make that cameo happen at the end of Peacemaker, for better or for worse. It had the Justice League, half of them, and shadowy figures of the other half. You know. So he has been connecting things too. Waller too.
Yeah, I mean, there's more of a connected universe now in DC than there ever been before, and it looks like, you know, it's going to be full steam ahead in that front.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
so it'll be cool.
If you're just getting here, smash the hell of the like button because MME has some breaking news. It's not often you're on air when stuff happens. John Campion just stopped being live, so this is the sweet spot.
Are we gonna talk about this later, Max?
Oh yeah,
because I gotta run.
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna talk about this tonight?
RJ, yes. James Gunn in charge of DC. Well, thank God you finally got a shower, but yeah, you missed it. No, get on here. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'll see you guys later tonight.
All right, thanks, Brian.
See you later, Brian.
See you later, Brian.
Later.
Like I said, well, here's one thing that I think people might, when they hear James Gunn's name, they will automatically gravitate to Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad. I don't think that's the kind of content we're going to see, and I think he's capable of much more. First of all, I think that's just been what is asked of him and what he's done. I actually think James Gunn is actually a much broader creative than what we've actually seen from him. And so, I mean, I think people are going to say, oh, I hate James Gunn. He's just going to have a bunch of TNA and people cussing and blowing up stuff. No, that's a very narrow-minded way to think of somebody who's made it to this level as a creator. I think he can actually make different content. He's got a bigger brain than that. So, but like I said, the main guy on there is not the big name that people, like you said, James Gunn is going to be the headline chaser. But
is this an upgrade from the last person they were considering? What was that last guy? I didn't think it was his bad idea, but the guy that declined.
I think Dennis Lynn. Yeah, I never thought Peter Safran would be in the running. I never thought he would. I never thought. But then again, the previous regime didn't have a lot of regard for certain people. But he's definitely qualified. And I mean, they probably interviewed him several times, but I actually think that this is an upgrade. Not only is it an upgrade in resume, but it's an upgrade with putting somebody like James Gunn by him who is stylistic. So when you have the business end and you have the stylistic end, there at the same time. It's a better fit that they haven't had this. They've never had this since they've started the DC Extended Universe. They've never had this. People bring up Zack Snyder's name. Zack Snyder was a director. Zack Snyder's he has his own production company, yeah, but he's a director. He's a direct creative. So people saying that he's usurping Zack Snyder, that's stupid. No, this is an executive. This is much, much higher up than Zack Snyder was ever operating.
I do know that all the people he works with really like Gunn too, like behind the scenes. So
yeah, they're not bad.
Should we read a little bit of this article, or what do you think? I
got a bulk.
Okay.
I got a bulk, but congratulations on having some breaking news while you're on live. But yeah, I think this is great news. And this Snyder fan, please separate the extremists and the 1% and 2%ers from the rest of us who just enjoy the content. I think this is great news. I think this is a great organizational move.
Are you
and
trolling?
it's two qualified people.
Are you
RJ?
What
say hi to
happened? I
William.
just got out of the shower. What happened?
James Gunn and hold on, I have too many.
Peter
articles.
Safran.
You're
Peter
such
Safran.
a liar. That's not happening.
To lead film, TV, and animation division.
You are
Exclusive
such a
knowledge.
liar. Where'd you get this article?
He's reading it from Hollywood.
It's a good.
Nah,
show.
it was reported. It's been reported in several platforms, and if it's true, it's a great move, man. And I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be true because I've seen it.
Is this actually happening?
Yeah. Are you trying to be funny, or you're not?
No,
you're not getting...
like this is one of the more realistic, like sort of scenarios. I mean,
yeah,
it's like two guys who are already in the office
and that have worked on big stuff, and now don't have to worry about the previous hierarchy.
Twitter, hold up.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Did he really is before you go? Wait, was he actually not? Was he trying to be funny, or really didn't believe it?
No, he may not know.
Not.
Now he sounds genuine. But like I said, to me, I'm the nerd in the room. I'm the guy who's the square. So I recognize Peter Safran immediately, and I'm happy.
People are gonna hate this.
Oh, really? What's your opinion?
Okay.
Well, we don't want to say the P word, but people call him
Can I just say this real quick? The only reason I'm a little scared is because one reason. The last time they tried something like this, they teamed up a creative with the movie producer and executive. That was Jeff Johns and John Burke. This is very similar.
Yeah, but James Gunn has been delivered.
Oh, not even close. Not even close. You're
James
talking
Gunn
about
was
Little League versus
consistently
Major
delivered.
Leagues.
No, I know. I'm just saying like the power structure. I would prefer if it was just one person versus two.
Well, I don't know if who's gonna. We have to read the article to find out who's supposed to. It says James Gunn, Peter Safran, the lead film, TV. It's definitely we have to read the
That's
article.
my immediate reaction. But like I'm not like I think this is fine. I'm just kind of shocked that James Gunn would fully jump to DC like this. To be honest, I mean it makes sense.
Well, he is wrapping up. Actually, he has DC to thank for getting him back. They're the ones that hired him right away. Do you think Marvel would have come right back to him if DC? I mean, potentially, but do you think Marvel would have been so quick to hire him back right after DC hired him? Like, well, we're going to take him then.
Maybe, but he would have never ascended to this level, though. This level he would have never gotten to in Marvel because of obviously the power structure.
I'm very curious to see what a lot of the Snyder fandom thinks about this.
What is going on with this question?
Because they follow too many Snyder people on Twitter, William.
No,
but you follow the knuckleheads. You give the knuckleheads the megaphone. You have. I'm one of them. Ask me what I think. I think this is great. Stop asking these extremists and these 1%ers that that are the loudest ones in the room, but they're not the only ones in the room. Ask me, Devin. Are you a Snyder fan?
Oh, figure draw. You're not happy?
No, I mean, I guess I like Snyder well enough.
But I mean, you guys always say, "Wow, what's the Snyder fans?" While I'm literally on the screen, you're going to look for the Cro-Magnums.
He is friends with Zack Snyder too. If he decides that he wants to do something, it could happen. You never know. But
I mean, this is a business move first. This does not have to involve anybody else but the two people that are on that picture that you have on there. This really doesn't have to have relevance to Snyder at all. If the environment is right, a whole bunch of people are going to come back and work with Warner Brothers. He might be one of them. But this is a higher up, top tier decision making process that determines how your money is spent. It determines how the budgets are spent. It determines who comes in and finances, who's producing. And he's literally answering to the guy. We've never really had this. And RJ, you brought up two people. With all due respect to those two people, neither one of them are on the level, creative-wise, cinematic-wise, as these two individuals. Neither one of those guys has a resume as either of these guys. So I understand what you're saying, but the structure is sound.
That's all I mean.
If they
What's
bring
up?
back Jeff Johns, then the people are going to melt down.
No,
Well,
don't do that.
so listen, Jeff Johns is still getting work. He got remedial action, whatever that means. Does he mean?
Only on TV. Only on TV.
As long as he's not running the show, Jeff Johns is fine. Jeff Johns' oversight is fine. Jeff Johns left on his own. That's a
He
disaster.
worked in the DC comic industry for a long time. He has
Well, he's doing TV
residuals.
now.
He has
He's good.
residuals with some of these characters. So
Yeah,
That's
so
fine.
he's doing TV, and he's working on the Green Lantern show. So
I mean, I'm
working on
like
two shows.
I'm not opposed to him coming back too.
So okay, so real quick, so they're officially calling DC Films. It's going to be a new division called DC Studios. These two are
Good. It should have happened since
10 years ago.
2013. Yeah,
10
10 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. And if anything, if there was like a comparison I would make with like this pairing, I would probably say, Jon Favreau and Kevin Feige.
Mladen says James Gunn worth Zack
That's-
Snyder on Dawn. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean that Snyder's not going to have an
Well,
opportunity.
I
to
don't
do
really
it.
care about. Like,
It's
this
just-
is like no offense to that, but I don't really care about that per se. I'm just
Yeah.
glad that like
That has no relevance to the story. No relevance at all to the
No,
story.
I'm just saying that's if people are going to go. Not you, William, but if people go a negative angle, it means that there's lots of opportunities. This could, read the article. Read the
Well, I
article.
want to say too. I think William mentioned this earlier, but I think people need to get out of the mindset that everything's just going to be like just like Peacemaker. James Gunn is a creative, but it doesn't mean he's going to direct every single movie. That's
Right.
like he's just like the idea guy. Is like, hey, let's try this or let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he's gonna talk to Matt Reeves and that. What do you want, Matt Reeves? You want this? Go ahead. I greenlight it. You want this and that? He greenlight it.
What I do like,
well,
though, what I do like is that they said that these two are going to directly report to David Zaslav, so they're not going
That's
to
good.
do
That's
Luke or App.
beautiful.
They're
That's
going to go
good.
straight to Zaslav.
That's good.
Okay. Well, let's read. Well, I'm shocked that James Gunn wanted
You got a
this.
weird eyebrow.
I'm a little
Oh,
shocked.
before you go, Matt, before you start, or not Matt, Max, before you start, and I guess I got to split. I think the reason why James Gunn would sign on to something like this is because he's not the executive. He is
He's just
riding
the
alongside of Peter here, and that's going to be a lot of that stuff that most creatives don't want to get involved in. A lot of the political stuff, a lot of the minutia. He doesn't have to deal with that. The actual guy who's answering to Zaslav, for the most part, is going to have to deal with that. So that's a lot of stress and strain, and it allows him to be a creative instead of a suit. So I think that's why James Gunn might have been ready to sign on to this, and it's a good deal. Like I said, this man is happy about this. I was surprised that they were able to get Peter Safran, and I think all you got to do is look at his resume. If you have any doubts, just look at his resume. Wikipedia the guy. I think that'll assuage a lot of anticipation. Like I said, don't the Cro-Magnums. I don't care about their opinion. They're just going to drag anything down no matter what the news is. So, all right, thanks for having me on, Matt. See you later, RJ. Nice seeing you, Devin.
Yeah.
And Anthony.
Take it easy, man.
Yeah,
All right, man.
Jason Ramon said congratulations to Peter on
Well, Peter
Instagram.
Safran is the one who's produced the Aquaman movies.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
produced
so-
Suicide Squad.
That also would kind of fly in the face of people saying that Aquaman 2 is a mess. Who was saying that? I can't remember. Someone was saying that.
I will be right back because I'm just curious. I want to hear what someone doing Twitter space. I really want to hear what they think about this. I will be right back.
What do you?
RJ is a cloud nine. This man can't get away from movie talk. All
You
right,
can't get away from Twitter Spaces.
I know. Holy shit, this is huge. Okay. All right, I'll read a little bit
Also,
of-
this pretty much confirmed that Disney fucked up. They fucked up.
Well,
On James Gunn.
finally,
They did.
can I say this? And I
Disney-
think this
Disney
is
did.
no. This
Badly.
is actually good for a
Badly.
separate topic. Finally,
Badly.
Warner Brothers sticking by their talent paid off.
Yeah.
Whereas
That's
Disney
true.
gives in to the so-called mob and hires people.
Fact.
Finally, they have a win for staying by their talent when there's social media scandal. Because
Well, I mean, they're in
If-
totally
if-
different places, though.
you-
Like,
no, but I'm saying,
Disney can afford to jettison talent if they feel like
Yeah.
the baggage isn't worth it.
yeah, but most of the time it's been very detrimental to Warner Brothers with Amber Heard.
Well, yeah,
with-
that's what I'm saying. They're in different places totally. Like,
Ezra.
DC can't afford that.
Yeah. Ray Fisher, listen, little movie perp. I stuck by Ray Fisher as long as I could. As soon as you don't accept results, I think he overstepped Ray Fisher.
But he listen. I'll say Ray be fine. I mean, look, James Gunn is the new leader. Whether James Gunn want him or not, it's up to him and Peter. So it's up to them both. And Mark and DeLuca and
Aaron,
and
do not hit end broadcast, please, brother.
Okay.
He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it. He's gonna hit it.
All right, let's read a little bit of this article and smash the like button. We got 74 people watching and only
I didn't
like
even smash it yet.
21 likes.
Max, I knew this before everybody.
Oh, you had a source.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I'm not a scooper. I want to make sure first.
Well, no, you gotta tell me. I have a show called Scoop Wars. Aaron, you put your ear to the
Yeah, but you do the Scoop Wars when I'm asleep.
But you could have told me, hey Max, did you hear about James? I could have been woo.
I'm not the one, but I don't like to start controversy
Also,
like that.
Sean was right about James Gunn being the DC.
Oh, did Sean
O'Rourke
say that?
Calling it. He been
Oh
calling
wow,
it.
Sean
Yeah.
O'Rourke. I think I remember him saying that. Yeah. All right, let's actually read the article. This exciting news here. The duo will report to David Zaslav and assume titles of co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios. I like that. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe really is changing. In a stunning turn of events, filmmakers James Gunn and producers Peter Safran have been tapped to lead DC Films, TV, and animation efforts as co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios, a newly formed division at Warner Brothers that will replace DC Films. The unprecedented move in which a top director will assume a top executive post marks the end of months-long search by Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav to replace DC Films boss Walter Hamada, who departed the studio last week. That search had all of Hollywood guessing and playing executive bingo for who will get one of the most coveted and challenging jobs in town. In recent weeks, Gunn and Safran were spotted on the Warner Brothers lot, meeting with Warner's film co-chair Michael DeLuca about future projects. And according to sources, the initial overture to Safran and Gunn came from DeLuca over the summer, even as the studio was in shaky talks with Dan Lin to take the job. Gunn will focus on the creative side, while Safran will focus on the business and production side of things. Beautiful. This sounds great. Both are expected to continue to direct and produce projects respectively. Also great. They will report directly to Zaslav and work closely with Warner's film bosses DeLuca and Pam Abdi. Sources say the deal is for 4 years. That's great. And that also the rumors about them trying to sell to Universal. It still could happen, but them doing something like this proves that they're not just like gonna tread water until that opportunity comes up. They're actually being aggressive with this move, you know. I was concerned when the Dan Lin thing fell through. Were you concerned that it wasn't going to get filled for a while and they were just going to tread water? And then the rumors from race scooper Randolph, disgraced Randolph, came out
Randolph.
Yeah, that's what I'm using now. Disgraced Randolph said that they're just going to flip it for Universal. Does this still could happen, but this seems like they're going to try something first.
I never believed that they were going to try to sell Warner Brothers so soon after this acquisition. I just never believed that was going to be a thing. So that doesn't really mean anything to me. Why do you come out here?
Matt Jarbo Twitter space. Is it Matt Jarbo that has the Twitter space?
No, it's that other guy.
No, I'm sorry.
Mercury's going crazy.
Mercury is going insane.
People are like I'm literally seeing reactions.
He's already
right now
insane.
where people are saying that they're stopping being DC fans and they're just moving on to Marvel. I'm just like, okay, whatever.
Who?
All the big DC Twitter accounts are giving up and saying, "Yep, we're
The
done."
Snyder ones, obviously.
They're not. Whatever.
Well, too bad.
I'm sorry,
who cares?
Overreactions to this are just making me laugh. I was just like, "Oh my god!"
Well, make sure
they always talk shit like that, but they talk shit like that. When
this is why
the Batman came out.
This is why you can't really listen to. This is why you really can't listen to fanboys, because they say that and they stay exactly where they're at.
Yeah,
I didn't. I moved on from Star Wars and I came back later. I did not like. It was an amazing thing for this man and my family to not go see episode 9 and Solo in
Dude,
the theaters.
Mercury's having a meltdown on Twitter, being like, Gunn said this in the past. He doesn't deserve this. Oh my god, he's got Lord's dead.
Zack Snyder's not complaining about it, so
Zack is busy doing Rebel Moon. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's doing like a
All right, well, let's read some more of this. Unlike Marvel Studios, DC has multiple films set in separate creative universes, and according to sources, Joker filmmaker Todd Phillips' work on the upcoming sequel, which goes into production later this year, will not fall under Gunn and Safran's purview. Instead, will be overseen by DeLuca and Abdi. Matt Reeves, who worked under Hamada, has a budding universe based on the Batman movie. It is unclear under whose purview Reeves' future projects would fall, but everything else moving forward will be under Gunn and Safran.
Keep the Batman movie stuff. Just keep it, please.
Well, of course they're gonna, but maybe they're suggesting that because maybe they're just gonna do the DC universe to keep it cohesive, and then anything outside of that, like the Black Label films, might be Abdi and DeLuca just focusing on one-off projects.
James Gunn and Safran, they might want to somehow keep their Batman in the DCU too, right? So they might have two Batmans, right?
Yeah, Ben Affleck and stuff. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
Well, DC has among the most entertaining, powerful, and iconic characters in the world, and I'm thrilled to have the singular and complementary talents of James and Peter joining our world-class team and oversee the creative direction of the story DC universe, said Zaslav in a statement. Their decades of experience in filmmaking, close ties to the creative community, and proven track record thrilling superhero fans around the globe make them uniquely qualified to develop a long-term strategy across film, TV, and animation, and take this iconic franchise to the next level of creative storytelling. And honestly, James Gunn did more than J.J. Abrams did. And how much did they pay J.J. Abrams? He actually produced a movie and a hit TV series on HBO Max with less time than J.J. And I do put that on J.J. J.J. had a lot of opportunity to this. Nothing went through.
You mean the money that he stole from Warner Brothers?
I don't know what he did with that money.
He stole it.
But honestly, yeah, this is a solid. And thank goodness I honestly don't think JJ deserves to fulfill whatever projects that are left. It's a complete disaster there.
His contract is over in 2024, so he has until 1 more year left.
I don't know.
So,
well, he has to answer to Gunn now.
That's
Gunn
true.
is the one.
He has to make something, right?
I don't think he has to. I think he just leaves.
At this
He just
point,
takes the money. It's like stealing.
Just take money. Just take the money and leave.
It's like some of these people on YouTube. They get people.
The one project that I hope he does is Justice League Dark.
Yeah, man. But that's some of the stuff leading Justice League Dark has apparently been canceled.
No,
Like
give
the
that to
Tana
Del
movie.
Toro. Give that to
Del Toro.
Yeah, but he could go. He could talk to.
Well, that doesn't mean he's going to direct it. It means that what he was going to try to get started.
Gunn's not going to direct it. He's just going to be around.
All right. Well, Gunn is one of the more respected minds in the world of comic book filmmaking. He came up in the indie film space and become A-list filmmaker 2014 with Marvel Studios' Guardians of the Galaxy, its 2017 sequel. He jumped to DC in 2018 to develop the Suicide Squad. After rival Marvel fired him as director of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, the studio later reinstated him, and that project is due out May 2023. His DC foray, The Suicide Squad, was critically adored and spawned the hit HBO Max spinoff Peacemaker, starring John Cena. Safran came up as a manager, where Gunn was among his clients, and is fully enmeshed in the world of DC as producer of the billion-dollar grossing Aquaman and its upcoming sequel, as well as Squad, Peacemaker, and Shazam and its sequel. His relationship with Warner's extends back 10 years and includes the $2 billion Conjuring horror franchise. The Safran company recently re-upped its production deal with Warner's. That's probably was part of his deal, too. Gunn and Safran will work with top execs at WBD, including TV boss Channing Dungey, HBO and HBO Max's Casey Bloys, U.S. Network Group Chair and Chief Content Officer Kathleen Finch, Consumer Products Chief Pam Lyford, and Warner Interactive Entertainment's David Haddad. DC Studio will share resources across the company. And this is the end of the... Oh, no, it's not the end. We'll take a break after this paragraph. We're honored to be the stewards of these DC characters we've loved since we were children. Gunn and Safran said in a statement, we look forward to collaborating with the most talented writers, directors, and actors in the world to create an integrated, multi-layered universe
that still allows for the individual expression of the artists involved. Our commitment to Superman, that I loved hearing this consistently. Our commitment to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Harley Quinn, the rest of DC. What's that, Aaron?
Look at the list. Like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman. I mean, Harley Quinn is popular.
They're first.
You put that in her.
But the positive of that, though, Aaron, is they put the main characters at the forefront, and that's how it should be. Until their stories are
no Flash. That's crazy.
Yeah, it should be Flash, not Harley Quinn.
It should be not Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is more popular than Flash. At this point. Yes.
No, but my point is
Absolutely.
these are heroes, not Harley Quinn. Like Harley Quinn's not a hero.
Doesn't matter. You're thinking about it like a nerd, and not like a fucking normie.
Put the Joker in there.
Like the normies would. Yeah, they could have put. They should have put Joker in there before Harley.
Lex
Quinn.
Luthor.
Everybody likes Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie's a big name. She's a big name. She's a hot title. That's how she's.
That's a weird thing to nitpick, Aaron. This is a positive article, and you found the one thing you can nitpick.
I mean, Harley Quinn is not like.
Oh my god.
It should have been Flash.
I mean, to be fair, I would say Superman.
They don't want even. They're not even at the point where they want people to think about the Flash right now.
I know exactly. That's why they didn't put him in there because of Ezra Miller, probably.
No, the main thing that I took away from that, focus on glass half full instead of the empty glass that Aaron is on, is that they put Superman, Batman,
I'm positive. I'm optimistic with this, but like, don't worry.
Should have been the Wonder Twins. No one says that all movie purpose.
So
no one says that.
Where's Shazam? Where's Shazam? He had a movie.
Whoa. Okay. Yes. Oh, you look really high. Okay, go ahead, RJ.
Aren't the Scoopers? How come the Scoopers didn't know about this?
That's because the Scoopers don't know everything.
Didn't Grace Randolph said there was some big news that?
But she said it turned out just to be Cavill's Instagram video. It said, "Oh, that was nothing."
I get the sense that maybe she's too dumb to realize what scoops she's actually sitting on, which one she's not.
But another thing too, I have a question. I thought Sil and Mikey knew the Snyderverse was continuing for sure. Why
they said Zach is back?
Why is Sil now putting out a poll asking, guys, what does this mean?
He doesn't know what it means.
Show the poll. Share the poll.
He doesn't know.
Yeah, pull it up, RJ.
I'm on my phone.
Oh.
Someone to get that poll.
I can't
Anthony.
show. I think I'm blocked, so I can't pull
No,
it.
I posted a screenshot of the DM group, so it's there. I'm just saying, like. But also, apparently, Sil said he knew about this 30 minutes before it dropped. So I
come on.
I knew about this last week.
That's where they're like. That's where they're like.
He got to show proof of that. He got to show proof.
The Gunverse.
I knew about this last week.
The Gunverse.
What
are you talking? Are you saying it? What, Aaron? Are you saying that too? Because you told me you knew.
Yeah, but I didn't say anything because, like,
you knew about this last week.
Yeah, but I'm not the kind of person to say. Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because it's not my place to tell.
Oh my god! How did you?
I know stuff. I know someone that you know too. That we all know is in the chat usually.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
know.
Well, here is the tweet. Sil is confused. Breaking news. Scoop Center is confused. Does this mean the end of the Snyderverse? His own audience is saying yes, Snyderverse over. No, he friends with Zach. Wow.
What does being friends with Zach
and that to Matt? Well, he's trying to do a positive angle of like, no, it could still continue.
Snyderverse is over.
No, he even with his poll, he tried to put a positive angle, like, no, it's going to be okay. And his audience doesn't agree with that.
That's coping, isn't it? That's just coping right there. For the people that show.
Well, I don't need sources, but if he had that, I would have been running with that.
Since James Gunn was Kevin Feige's right hand man with the Cosmic stuff, I guess Brian Coogler should step up and be James Gunn's spot because damn, that's Disney. You fucked up bad. Holy Jesus.
Well, so hold on. So his contract is exclusive. So he has a 4-year exclusivity contract with Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah, and JJ expires in 2024.
Here's the real question we need to be asking ourselves: Is he going to be directing movies or no?
It said that he's still going to be able to direct.
Yep, his
said in the article.
the stuff that relates to him, he'll probably direct. Like,
Yeah, Peter him. He will direct the movie, and Peter will take some stuff out of his. Yeah.
Let me
I'm
see.
hoping.
And they're still doing
That's what-
season 2 of Peacemaker too.
Yeah, it's
It
stuff
says
production next year.
Here it says Gunn will focus on the creative side, while Safran will focus on the business and production side of things. Both are expected to continue to direct and produce projects respectively.
Yeah, and but Joker
So-
2 is not James Gunn project and Peter's. That's
This is crazy
Lucas,
too, also because I just want to mention this dropped the exact same day that the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special trailer dropped. What convenient timing that they dropped this like right as everyone.
Good, be aggressive. When
I
Disney
feel
does
like
something-
they signed the deal quick as hell. I mean, which is good. No, new DC shows. Sure, you can go. Well, first they got to cancel Titans and Doom Patrol.
Oh, I do see people.
why
are
is Jeffrey
upset.
Dauber here?
I wonder.
And,
I wonder if. I
Come
wonder.
on.
Fucking
Jeffrey,
big
what
W.
Why you have that name?
Get
What's
that
up?
name
That-
off
that-
of here. We
that's
don't want
just my
Jeffrey
name.
on- No, it isn't.
No,
That's just my name.
no.
Why would
What
you
are you
assume
doing?
it's not
What
my
are you
name?
doing here? I thought I blocked you
Your
for
mom.
calling me Tubby.
Your
You just
I had
called me
enough.
Tubby.
We're gonna counter. We're gonna counter Isaac with your
I can
Where's the
confirm.
Cardinal?
Hold on. So was The Rock correct when he said the hierarchy of power in the DC verse is about to change?
He said he was going to change it.
No. He said he was going to change.
He never
it.
said
Not-
he was
not
going to
fucking-
change it. He just said it was about to change.
Maybe
Yeah, it
he
was
knew.
about to change the hierarchy.
No.
Yeah, maybe he knew.
Dwayne
Yeah.
Johnson has full,
Did
complete
Dwayne
control.
predict this? Did he know? That's my
Yeah, he
question.
probably
No,
knew something.
No, he did not know.
My
He
sources
might-
probably know about this 10 minutes before it dropped.
Can someone do
I mean,
a Matt
he's a-
Jarbo check? Where?
he's technically
Oh,
a-
he's.
He's technically a DC producer.
Oh
so
wait.
why
Here's-
wouldn't he be aware? He had to
Smash
talk
the
to
hell out of
someone.
the like button, everyone.
Don't listen to
Look at him.
Tubby. Do not smash the like button.
Don't
Well,
listen to
I
this
mean,
guy.
Matt did say congratulations to James Gunn on Twitter, so
No. You know who really deserves props for this?
Look what he's
What?
doing.
No, I'm being serious. Do you know who deserves props for this?
Who?
Dwayne
Sean
Johnson.
O'Rourke. He's been saying for months that James Gunn was going to run DC.
that's true.
Sean's been consistent. He said, "No, I really believe James Gunn's going to do it." Where's Sean? Because he was correct.
I knew about
he's
the other
working.
guy too. Peter Safran.
Like,
did it.
props to Sean
Yes, I
O'Rourke for
did.
predicting that. Because he stayed on that for months. He said, "No, James Gunn's the guy. He's going to run
Maybe
DC."
he knew. Maybe he knew.
Well, I mean, he does work in the industry, so like,
Yeah, he does.
Oh,
He's
wait
probably-
a second, Aaron.
Unlike Matt.
Aaron says he knows someone that shows up every once in a while. Is that who yours?
Yeah, everybody
don't
knows
trust
in the
Aaron.
chat. He's always watches your streams.
Yeah, but is that who your source is? Aaron claims he knew this last week. He's going full Filmation there.
Yeah,
I already
I'm
knew. I knew
1000%.
I knew the
find
I
that
knew the
bullshit.
time on the clock.
Isaac knows who I'm talking about.
I have a good idea of what you're saying because
Yeah. RJ probably knows.
dang, Aaron, you gotta become a scooper. You gotta pay the bills.
I'm
somehow.
not a scooper.
Become one. Imagine how many views you would have. Imagine how much money you would have made. You're a monetized channel, right?
Those scooper. Those scooper had a
Max, is
no
where you haven't made a
scooper.
video about the Batman
Here's the
game
fact.
guy
No
yet.
scooper had Hercules appearing in Thor: Love and Thunder, and I said before that movie came out, I would bet Hercules is in it, and I was right.
Well,
What's
all
a low-
scoopers are
what's a low
bullshit anyway.
blow?
So.
What's a low blow? I didn't say anything. All right.
It's
well,
Salvation's fault for
Andrew,
being a
you
bunch of
say-
beta
never mind.
bitches.
Okay.
Oh,
Bro, I don't fucking care, man. They're all like the most sensitive pussies I've ever heard.
Okay. You're gonna get me demonetized.
Bro,
Besides,
you literally
if I become a
you say curse
scooper,
words all the
if I become a
time.
scooper, I have to come up with a new Twitter account and not
I've
tell
reached
people my
the
real
limit.
name.
Wait, I have a question. Another question.
Scooper pooper.
Does this
Hi,
mean
bro.
that Batgirl could come back?
I don't think so.
Ain't
They
gonna
already
happen.
wrote that one.
the actress, not the movie.
Does this confirm
Oh, the
Suicide
actress.
universe continuing?
Leslie Grace, you mean? I guess it's always
Yes,
possible.
you mean Leslie? Then yes, but not
Well-
the movie. That movie is dead. It's dead.
Still doesn't know what the hell's going on if he's
Of course
putting out
not.
posts like that.
Why would he know? I guarantee you, Mikey's gonna say, "Yeah, I bet you this."
Of course, you're gonna double down.
Well, there's a
Well,
scoop center tonight.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, well,
There you go.
here's the last part of that. We might as well read the whole article. This move comes at a seismic moment for DC, which for the past 4 years has been led by Hamada under the DC Films banner. The executive departed amid friction with new Warner's leadership under Zaslav, who made the controversial decision to axe Batgirl in August and has vowed to reshape DC with a 10-year plan as it seeks to compete with rival Marvel Studios. And I like that they're calling it DC Studios. The studio
It's not a
released
rival.
Black Adam over the weekend, which features Superman actor Henry Cavill's return to the DC universe. And next up has Shazam! Fury of the Gods out in March. As far as Gunn's future at Marvel, there's been talk that he could continue on in some form, not anymore, I don't think, after the conclusion of his Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy. However, today's news, which comes hours after Marvel touted its upcoming Gunn-directed Guardians Holiday Special, seems to have closed the door on Gunn's chapter in the MCU. The hiring is effective November 1st and comes as DeLuca and Abdi have been making creative decisions and overseeing post-production on everything from The Flash to Aquaman the Lost Kingdom since taking over the post in early July. We could not be more excited to have James Gunn and Peter Safran join the team and assume the leadership of the DC Universe. DeLuca and Abdi sent a statement. James is a brilliant filmmaker and storyteller, and Peter is a tremendously successful, prolific producer. And to have them both committing to work together to forge this new era for DC is a literal dream come true. We all share a very similar sensibility and passion for this universe, and the stars couldn't have aligned any better. We can't wait to get started, dig in, and collaborate with these unmatched creative minds. Nice. Very happy.
That's a good comment by DeLuca.
So will he be continuing the Super Pets universe?
No.
I just started watching that today. It's okay. I enjoy it.
I thought it was sweet.
I didn't finish it.
It's very wokey in there. So.
Yeah, the fact that they have white and black dogs, like that's weird.
Yeah.
Dogs with different colors.
What about Dalmatians? White dogs with black dogs.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Donovan says they start on his birthday. Awesome, Donovan.
Well,
I'm just happy. It finally seems like there's a solid plan. It's coming together. They still got to execute. Where did RJ go?
He probably went to listen to something.
I don't know how somebody can willingly listen to Sil.
Oh,
I do.
I'm sorry.
Wow. I mean, that's every
Max,
day.
why do you want to torture yourself? There's much better YouTubers out there.
Well, I was gonna actually react to him, but I don't think I'm gonna do it now. I was gonna listen to him talking about other scoopers on his show the other day.
You mean every stream he makes?
Well, you just made a video, Isaac. I just saw.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
You've been busy, Isaac, the past few days.
You already made a video on it? Wow.
Yeah, I'm basically a new Eddie now.
I know. I was gonna say you're Eddie.
That's why I didn't join here. I gotta get my views before Max does.
Yeah. Well, I was live.
And we're getting a lot of people too. 100. We're over 100.
Yeah, get those likes up, everyone. Come on. It's not just the turkey.
It's just a turkey. Chubby.
There's a final crisis.
Well,
it's not just the turkey. There's final
for the
crisis
Mavericks
there,
universe.
but who knows if it's going to happen though? Who knows?
They found a showrunner to run the Arkham show for the Mavericks.
Gunn loves the
universe.
comics. Gunn loves comics.
It's in a group chat. I just put it. They found a showrunner for the Arkham show on HBO.
God damn, there's been a lot of news the last 2 days.
Yeah, for the Mavericks universe. I think Joker's gonna be there and Harley. I think Harley and Joker.
What?
Harley and Joker.
Let me see.
For the Arkham show for
Wow.
the Mavericks universe.
Joker's in Arkham already, right?
That's what I wanted to look up. I wanted to look up Black Adam box office from yesterday because we know the weekend. I want to see how much it made on a Monday. But this is good news too. Because RJ's back. RJ.
This is like serotonin.
A lot
for
of
me in a
DC
weird
news
way.
today.
It's like serotonin for me in a weird way. It's just like so much is happening, so much is going on. It's just
Sil did say October was going to be a busy month.
Not in the way he thought.
This is also a Matt Reeves project too. So Gunn and Matt Reeves are the ones that got their projects announced in October.
Yeah, this is great news here. The Arkham Asylum show still moving forward. So this is good to hear.
So my guess, my characters who's going to appear is Joker, of course, and then Harley, and then other people in the Arkham Asylum, whoever's in it.
Matt,
what's up?
The hierarchy of the DC has changed.
Oh, it absolutely has.
The Rock was right then.
The Rock, you know what? He called
I saw
it.
your tweet. Who?
Huh?
How you feeling, Matt? How you feeling?
I'm feeling. I think this is a good thing.
Are you surprised? Because I was shocked.
I would. You know what? I mean, like, yeah, because I thought that I knew Gunn was going to stick around, but I was like,
and without revealing my sources, I can confirm that a lot of Snyder fans are really mad right now.
really? I mean, you can just look on Twitter. Really? I'm going to troll the ever-loving piss out of them.
Can you imagine?
Well,
you gotta get like.
Well, hold on though, Matt. Some of them, they're a little sensitive right now. Be careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do they need to put their big boy pants on?
Well,
take
take
a
Well, hold on though. Some of them
Maybe.
are saying that they're going to give up on DC, move on to something else. Which I'm like, good. Please leave. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't need fans like that in our.
Yeah,
in the
fuck
DC
them. They're not
community.
real DC fans. They're just
Yeah.
trying to profit off the fucking Snyder fandom.
Yeah.
Fuck every one of them.
They're
Mercury,
Snyder,
Gerald,
like we
Silk.
said,
Listen,
they're
if we
Snyder
ever-
fans.
there's a limit on the F's because I got
Well,
demonetized.
to be fair,
Bro, you're
Gerald-
only making like 30
Ger-
pennies off the stream
Well,
anyways.
to be fair, Gerald
No.
hasn't even talked about the Snyder version like in 3
Listen,
months.
I
don't
am
know
so
what happened to that
happy
account.
because I finally beat Eddie Diaz with the topic. Bam! Look
This
at
is all
that.
about.
Eddie Diaz like camps on the new, like he is on it. Whew.
Yeah, he's good, but like I
I'm
mean,
telling you, he needs to become a scooper.
What is Tony?
yeah,
doing?
Matt, you think Disney fucked up by firing James Gunn?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. I
What
mean,
is
look,
Tony
you can
doing
tell
to
they didn't
Fox?
want to fire him, but they felt that they
Yeah.
had to. And
So
then
we're gonna
DC
blame-
came on in, and
Here's what makes it really interesting, though, real quick. Here's what makes it really interesting. The person who fired James Gunn was Alan Horn. He was the one who made that decision.
Ah, that's true.
Alan Horn is currently the advisor to David Zaslav.
That's
So
interesting.
I have to wonder.
Really, there was no animosity then because Gunn's been working there for a while.
But is this a favor?
Well, not only
of
that, it
Alan
makes
Horn?
you wonder: did Alan Horn recommend James Gunn for the job?
Yeah,
Makes you
that's
wonder.
a good.
That probably
That is a good theory, RJ, too, because Alan Horn jumped ship from Disney to Warner Brothers, and now that's a
yeah.
an
But here's
interesting
the thing:
angle.
is Horn fired Gunn with also the permission of Iger.
Yeah.
So
Well, isn't
and-
Iger
and-
helping? Isn't Iger helping Warner Brothers?
yeah,
too
but
right
they
now?
also didn't want to fire James Gunn. They felt they had to fire James Gunn. That's what I think people are forgetting here.
Well,
is
yeah,
that-
a lot of those political reasons too. For why
Yeah.
he got fired.
It was just like oh, you said things a long time ago. Okay, you must
Yeah,
be
but-
fired.
What,
He was
what
gonna
did
do the
Gunn
Cosmo
say
stuff
about
in the
Grace
MCU.
Randolph?
I mean,
What did-
consider the circumstances at that time too. Like there was a lot going on in the media with various social movements around sensitive subject matters. I'm not going to sit here and act like Disney did the wrong thing or anything like that in retrospect. Like they made a
Yeah,
decision,
but,
and their decision made sense in the circumstances that they were confronted with, and they went back on that decision. It's not like they completely exiled him. They brought him back to do the Guardian special and Guardians 3.
Oh, real quick too. James Gunn absolutely hates Jared Leto. He hates that man.
Oh,
with a
really?
burning fire, yeah.
I
So
think
you're
Jared
not-
Leto- I think Jared Leto-
He really does.
We're getting a
Yeah.
solo Jared Leto
He
spin-off
is.
series.
He is camp.
he
is camp.
does not like Jared Leto.
No,
he does not
he
think
is.
highly of him.
No, he is definitely camp Margot Robbie, especially after he worked with her.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Jared is,
Margot Robbie doesn't seem to be a big supporter of the air cut. So
Well, goodbye, air cut.
Jared Leto ain't working for DC again as long as James Gunn's there.
Yep, and no air cut, unfortunately.
Well, they're gonna
unless James Gunn wants to do a favor for David Ayer, who he does like. So that's like 50-50 right there. I don't know.
Well, I'll be fair. David Ayer has a chance to come back to DC now. He does. He does.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
Unlike
Great-
Snyder.
great filmmaker. Like there were circumstances
unlike
around Suicide Squad that caused it to be as shitty as it was. But I mean, I don't think there's any animosity or burnt bridges.
Yeah,
with
I am a little sad though because because Guardians 3 is gonna like truly be the goodbye to him and with Marvel. It's gonna be even more emotional because like there's so much more I think he could have done with Marvel
had he had stayed. But again, also it's exciting for him because he's getting to move on to something else. Which is kind of sad for me. It's sad for me as a Marvel fan because I think he's one of the best creatives that they had over there. So it does suck that we're losing out on more Guardians.
You forgot Ryan Coogler?
Well, Ryan Coogler too, obviously. But I'm saying you're talking about Gunn.
Ryan Coogler only has 2 movies so far. Like James Gunn has 2 movies, and we have to see how the second movie does for Ryan Coogler, which hopefully lands.
I mean, I feel like
I'm fine
James Gunn was good.
I'm fine with James Gunn being like his swan song in
Yeah.
in Marvel because it sounds like quite a few of the people in Guardians are also going to be on the way out. I know there are talks.
I know
about
Batista is
on his way out, so
Batista might be Bane.
4 years is a good amount of time to accomplish something. And of course, they want to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Why would they sign him for 8 years when they don't? Usually these haven't they been consistently? Even like Bob Iger, he got like 4-year contracts. I think he didn't have like. They want to see how you do, right?
Yeah, but like JJ's gone, so JJ's gone regardless.
Yeah, expect a big 2023 year of announcements. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I think
it's gonna be
James Gunn directed Superman movie. What about that?
I don't know. I don't know.
What about that?
Who be the villain? The Mr. Whatever.
We did Brightburn.
Here's the question, though, right? How does The Rock and Tony Garcia and Haram Garcia fit in all this with Seven Buck Productions?
Oh,
maybe they'll be included, but maybe they were like going, no, my production company, maybe they were in the running and see how this black out. I don't know. Maybe they were considering both.
Remember that article came out a couple weeks ago, like right before Black Adam came out, said that there's like 3 people vying for control of DC.
Mm-hmm.
The Rock, James Gunn, and like, what was it? Somebody else. I forgot. Matt Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
So did James Gunn win out of that trifecta war, I guess?
Well, that was a rumor, right? We don't know for.
I mean,
no, that was
to
from
be
Hollywood
fair,
Reporter. That was from Hollywood Reporter.
Hollywood Reporter. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I think Matt Reeves and James Gunn respect each other, so he's gonna James Gunn's gonna be a producer in those Matt Reeves projects regardless. So he's gonna be. Oh my God, take that shit off.
We're finally gonna get a movie.
How is this character? How is this character alive? Character should be dead.
But wait, guys. I've been told for the last year and a half that James Gunn had no future because the Suicide Squad flopped at the box office.
I thought Peacemaker.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's an interesting question, though. Would you think the same thing would happen without Peacemaker's success? I'm not sure. I think definitely Peacemaker's success. If it was just on the Suicide Squad, I don't know.
No, they clearly saw something in him because they clearly. Because keep in mind, they didn't cancel Peacemaker after Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Peacemaker wouldn't exist if Suicide Squad
was filming when
and the Suicide Squad
right?
got a lot of good praise from.
Yeah, but Peacemaker surpassed everyone's expectations.
They couldn't cancel Peacemaker because it was filming while Suicide Squad just.
So there's a difference between still letting the project go through and then now becoming the co-president or co-creative of DC Studios. So I think when they considered him for that. My opinion is I think without Peacemaker, it's still possible, but I think that's what sealed the deal is why they're going this route.
So where are they building the new DC studios?
It was remember when Peacemaker it was trending ahead of Disney Plus stuff, right?
Yeah,
it was number 2 trending behind.
It was better than all the Disney Plus Marvel series this year.
behind Loki, something like that. No, this year. Come on, this year. Never mind.
That was finally they were competitive with Disney Plus series. I think I'd have to look up the numbers on that when it came out.
It was behind the Data show. It's a Data show, Euphoria.
Yeah, Euphoria. It was behind
Euphoria,
whatever.
Yeah, because it came out the same time.
It came out at the same time, and then it was both successful on HBO.
Yeah.
So, and I think, to be fair, I mean, there's rumors that Joe Manganiello is going to be back as Deathstroke.
I heard that too.
We're gonna see Judo Master's return.
Yeah.
Well, one thing for sure.
I mean, like,
didn't he die last season?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
We're near the end of the year, and
White Dragon prequels.
There's been no better comic book show than Peacemaker. That's still the high bar for me for comic book television this year. So I mean, like creatively, James Gunn still has, in my opinion. So,
well, I think Walter Hamada should go to Marvel.
Well, I mean, the thing is, no.
Why?
No,
So how
I
come
don't
Kevin
look,
Feige with TV?
because here's
How come
the thing is though. Look, Hamada's not going to go back and work for something like that. He's going to go smaller. I think a lot of these executives, they want to stay in their own lane.
To Universal, maybe?
I mean, he might sign an overall deal with like a first look
maybe.
deal with like somebody. Because like, I mean, look at Amy Pascal. She still oversees a Spider-Man franchise, but she has a first look deal over at Universal. And after she got her golden parachute from Sony, I don't know what if she's done anything over at Universal since then. I have no idea. But
isn't she a producer in the Transformer franchise? Or no?
that would be Paramount.
Well, one thing's for sure.
Well, Grace is trending.
Who is trending?
Of course she is.
Randolph on my feed. She's trending.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She's been trending since yesterday.
Yeah,
she's been trending.
David Zaslav.
Yeah, and she said some crazy stuff about.
She's taking L's over L's.
Well, she said my reporting was completely accurate. She said in her video today, all year.
I'm telling you, this is why you don't suck up to scoopers. They're all bullshit. Like, I'm so tired of people being like, trust this scooper, just shut the fuck up. It's like, it's such a bot behavior.
I only
Suck
trust
up to these
Marvel
people who will tell you,
scoopers, and that's
trust
it.
me, bro.
Yeah, I only trust.
Well,
Marvel
because it's
scoopers.
everyone
Other
wants
than
to
that,
everyone wants to be right versus being correct. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
this is why, like this. You know what they were reporting this week? They were reporting that Ben Affleck has a trilogy of films coming. He's working on.
oh,
They
I
didn't
got
have
DMs
anything-
about that too. Yeah.
Oh, what? That it's complete bullshit.
Well, no, I got people asking me if it's bullshit, and I'm like, I don't know.
Well,
And that's all I can say now to this stuff is I don't know.
where they're getting.
What
that
if
from.
next
This-
year? What if
But-
next year we find out that Ben Affleck is coming back as Batman fully?
Well, see that could be that could be a thing, right? Because
Yeah, that doesn't
Batman,
sound too out of
Yeah.
the ordinary.
I mean, Batman was missing from the Justice League cameo at the end of Peacemaker.
Well, he got
so was
cut out.
Cyborg.
He got cut out. And
Okay, well, I'll tell you
Sun
this
Devil,
though. You know who's not coming back is Ray Fisher. That confirmed.
Yeah, that boat seems like it's safe.
That boat. Well, not only that, but how do I know? Because James Gunn is a Walter Hamada friend.
Oh, really?
Oh, dude,
Also,
yeah, like
to the
yeah, because
135 people watching, hit the like button.
yeah,
Oh, thank
smack
you,
it,
Devin, thank you.
smack it, like
Hit the
Jared
report
Leto
on
smacks rats. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
both Batman and Cyborg just cut from.
Are you gonna do that, Max?
I don't have a pizza. I don't, if I have,
You don't have a- you don't have a
Did that pizza man still avoid your house after you yelled at him?
I don't. I never get Domino's.
Wow.
I appreciate it that he.
You
my friend
yelled at
did.
him. Wow.
Max is more of a Papa John's guy, if you catch my meaning.
Oh yes.
What's
he's a
that
little
mean?
teaser guy. He's a little teaser guy.
I actually do like Papa John's. Papa John's pizza's pretty good.
Oh, you
Yeah?
ain't
You don't
making
like
this
Little
better for
Caesars?
you, Max.
How do you feel about actual Papa John?
Well, he says some bullshit though. I
Max
the last
probably
time I
agrees
went to
with Papa John's.
the last time I went to Papa John's was before that scandal happened. The Papa John's in my area went out of business. So.
I pick up from Papa John's a lot, and I hate it because I'm like, man, that guy sucks, but this pizza smells
give you
delicious.
No, the pizza's good.
give you
Wait, only
The
the
pizza's
first
good.
day.
They must have changed the recipe because that Papa John's pizza used to be awful.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it smells good by
Yes,
me,
it
man.
was.
Like, I just, you know, I keep hoping, like, so every once in a while, I go in there at the end of the night, and they're like, "Yo, we got these extra breadsticks. You want them?" I'm all like, "Yeah." Does the Pope shit in his hat? Yeah.
I mean, the only thing that I liked Papa John's
give you
for
the
was
sauce?
that garlic butter sauce because that's the only
That's
thing
good.
that made that shit
Dude.
palatable.
Do you know they sell these like 6-inch brownies? These like brownie cookies. You can they actually
they
have
do.
desserts you can get. I have simply delivered those to people. Like I had one family pay me like $12 to deliver like 4 of those things to them. I'm like, all right, like I'll take your money, but this is like the weirdest thing. You know. But anyway, back to the DC thing. The reason why Walter Hamada is going to have an influence is because Hamada is the one who contacted James Gunn and got James Gunn in the fold over at DC. So, because that happened in 2018, only about 6
So wait,
months after
so hold
Hamada
on,
came
hold
on.
So you're saying the ghost of Walter Hamada will forever haunt DC?
I'm saying that for the next 4 years, it's going to be a very Walter Hamada friendly environment.
I don't know about that.
But I don't know what
Matt,
that
you
means.
think?
though. Like,
Matt, you
that's-
think?
whatever
JJ's Gunn next
positive
year?
relationship Walter Hamada has with James Gunn, I would say he probably has an equally negative relationship at this point with David Zaslav.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's gonna. Okay, for one, I'm being hyperbolic. Jesus Christ, I'm not saying that like he's gonna sit there, and like they're gonna bring him in on a consultation basis, right? It's obviously not. What I'm saying is just, is like he pulled Gunn is a loyal guy, okay? Gunn is a loyal guy, and getting pulled out from that fire when it happened in 2018 doesn't matter how much bullshit it was, because it was. But getting pulled out of that fire without any question, really, from DC, from Hamada, from that crew, and from Toby, you're telling me that like he's not going to have loyalty to those people? 100%. Like he still backs Feige. He's still friends with Feige, but he's like, this is an opportunity. These guys came in and saved his ass when Feige probably couldn't because they were up against politics.
Feige didn't want him to fired, right?
No. You could do. None of them did. You can tell none of them wanted to.
Feige was gonna promote him to be the
Yeah.
cosmic,
The head of the
oversee
cosmic side of things. Yeah. That was talked about well before. It was like after Guardians 2 came out.
Y'all
They were
pushed him to
talking
come
about
back.
that. So
All right, guys, I got a bolt. Catch you guys later.
Thanks, Devin.
Okay, Devin.
I'll tell you this though. What I feel is going to happen, the best thing we're going to get out of this is most likely a lot of very human takes on these DC characters.
Well, actually, did you read the statement that Gunn and Safran put out, Max?
I just want more.
Yeah,
Pokemon, man.
Gunn directly said that our focus is to tell very human stories with these characters. So Matt's correct because that's exactly what they said.
Oh shit!
Why?
I went big and epic and.
Oh, dude,
that's not what it means.
Dude, that's not what it means, man.
I mean, Zack Snyder's Justice League was pretty human with Cyborg story.
Yeah, but
yeah, that was good. No, Terrio did a good job writing
that
that one.
Human is that they're gonna put value into these characters and actually like make you care about them. That's what their goal.
Yeah,
is.
We did with Superman in the first Superman movie.
That's part of it, but
Man of Steel.
Even though I like James Gunn's style, I mean, like look at the.
So you don't want us to care about characters?
No, that's not what I said. Don't strong
Heroes
me.
are better.
Oh, man.
Heroes are better people. Heroes are better if they relate to us.
No,
than we relate to them.
Here's the thing though. So there's a stark contrast between Marvel and DC characters, in my opinion. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that Marvel characters are very grounded and human, and DC characters are more modeled after mythology and gods.
Yes.
And so the thing is, though,
Yeah,
is
I like
that
that.
James Gunn is clearly an atheist. He does not believe in that kind of shit. So having a person like that at the helm of these characters that are very godly are now going to be very deconstructed and brought down to a human core.
Right. And
that's exactly what Zack Snyder tried to do, but everyone gave him shit about it. So fully expect more Polka Dot Man, more King Shark, more Peacemaker.
Dude,
And,
John Cena is the biggest
Classic
winner
man.
out of all of
Classic
us.
man's gonna happen. I just know it.
No, I'm serious. Like John Cena is the biggest winner out of all of this because for a damn fact Peacemaker is going to be around a lot more.
Dude, and I'm so on board with that. But just imagine if Batista comes in and plays Bane, which I think Anthony had mentioned earlier.
Degrassi say this too to Degrassi?
Yes, he did.
Oh yeah.
Between
3 years
Degrassi
ago.
and Sean, yeah, both of them called us.
Yeah, Degrassi. Yeah, Degrassi.
Skywalker's
Listen to
Copacabana.
Degrassi more because actually.
I can't wait to see
RJ,
Scott
RJ,
Walker complain on another live stream.
Peacemaker does have a connection with Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah.
Just imagine a Superman movie where he's like talking about masturbating.
Or
That sick, twisted mind of James Gunn.
No.
Superman, like a shotgun right through her back.
No. Here's what's really going to happen. It's going to make them upset. What if in the Superman movie with Henry Cavill, he directly talks about how Bloodsport put him in the ICU? Because remember that pissed off people that happened?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just disappointed we didn't get to see it.
All right,
Hopefully we'll see it
Degrassi.
later on.
I think I remember Degrassi saying it. So yes, credit goes to Degrassi.
Here's something good. With those guys in charge, Black Adam 2 will have a competent story.
Well, not only that, they might emphasize the Shazam connections more, too.
Well, they should. They absolutely should.
He doesn't
Maybe
care.
this time we're gonna have Dwayne Johnson grow out the little hair.
Oh yeah, I heard.
Like, make it into his
I
hairline.
listened to Sill's Twitter space a little bit, and Prime went on there talking about, DC's gonna get woke. I'm just like, oh my god.
Oh my
Prime.
I don't know who that is, but that already sounds stupid.
So we can. So here's a question. I think are we going to find out if they're going to do anything with Darkseid?
That's another good question.
Well, the enter game, because they got connection to Apocalypse.
At this point, I
They
just
do.
want some content
Yeah, you're
now.
right, I think.
We've hit such
They
a
have a
drought.
connection to Apocalypse.
Man, we're gonna get. But I'll say though, I was wrong about one thing. Okay,
Which one?
so there was another. Well, I'm wrong about many things, but I don't always acknowledge it.
So you meant you took the L?
I took the L on Superman the other day, and I'm happy that I did. I said that forever too. But no. I had said that the Matt Reeves shows, right? That he was doing the Penguin show and then the Arkham show, and I thought that the Arkham show was going to get canceled because of the Joker 2 taking place in Arkham Asylum. It'd be too confusing. Actually, they said today that they brought in somebody to work on it. So the Arkham Asylum show is actually still moving forward. Here we go. Yeah.
This is the guy that did Colin Firth show, right?
Arkham Asylum
Staircase,
HBO
yeah.
series.
Kinda looks like bootleg Jason
That's the
Statham.
Staircase creator.
Well, yeah,
He looks like Damon Lindelof, but with testosterone.
Well, I was
yeah,
gonna
he
say,
does,
I'm
yeah.
happy this is moving forward because I thought this was gonna get canceled. To be honest,
I did too. Yeah.
This was supposed to be the Gotham move, the Gotham GCPD show that could turn into Arkham,
Well,
right?
so far,
yes,
Gunn and Matt Reeves stuff is moving forward, and we have Cavill back as Superman. So that's a little bit of both worlds. So you know
I
what?
think they're going to allow it.
No one's going to get 100% of what they expect with this, and you just got.
Well, also, I was going to mention you're probably going to see Jason Momoa get a lot out of this too because he's really close to Peter Safran because he produced the Aquaman movies.
Well, he
So
said
you're
thank
gonna
you
get probably
today
a lot
on
more
Twitter.
Jason Momoa.
He said congratulations to Peter and to them too.
I think they should let Momoa do
on Instagram.
Lobo too, even though he's Aquaman. I think he can.
You know what? He would be perfect for Lobo.
Also, yeah, Mike.
Okay, so I also have to ask.
Wait.
a
Let's
question.
see. Let's see this.
This is from Mercury.
DC fan no more.
This
I
is a
didn't
real
know there
tweet.
was a club.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he's saying that
600
he's giving up on DC. And that's officially dead.
Oh my God. Oh, cry more, you
The world will be a-
sniveling, feckless bitch.
I wonder what Gerald has
Jesus
said.
Christ,
Also,
these people.
hold
Well,
on,
they're not real
Mercury
DC fans.
also-
so
No,
probably
well,
not.
Gerald is good now. I don't know what
Well,
happened. to
Mercury
Twitter
also
now.
retweeted a post where it was like somebody firing a missile at Warner Brothers. So there you go.
Well, he's
That's
threatening Warner Brothers. Well, that's
yeah,
not Mercury.
firing a missile to blow it
Yeah,
up.
that's called. Yeah,
Yeah, Mercury is more unhinged than Gerald ever was.
No,
Well,
Mercury.
where-
Well,
where
Kurt, what are you pronouncing my God?
Where
this
does the Batman Batfleck trilogy fit into this plan?
Well, here's
That's
my
what I want.
question: What happened? What happens to Syl and Mikey Sutton now?
You're dead.
Well, if
They never had a good reputation to begin with.
well,
because their audience is revolting.
Fucking L's. I'm so glad to see them lose. They
I
deserve
mean, it's
it.
more than half his audience is upset. So
Oh yeah, they're like jumping. shit.
Real quick though, I have to just laugh at this real quick. So Geekosity Mag and Small Screen are currently going back and forth on Twitter. Both of those accounts are run by the same guy.
Wait, Geekosity Mag and who else?
And smallscreen.co. They're kind of going back and forth. They're sending memes or GIFs back and forth to each other. They're literally run by the same guy.
Listen, maybe Syl and Mikey just need to focus on Marvel scoops for a while.
you know what? I want to. Am I going to get blocked if I listen to their Twitter space?
No,
Probably.
No.
Is that allowed? Is that bad? Is that bad
listen in and
taste?
shit, you know?
Is that
Matt,
bad
do you-
taste to do that?
No, who cares?
No, Matt, do you think next year they're gonna announce that J.J. Abrams exited Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Because bro, his contract expires in 2024.
But what you have to
Yes,
understand
what
though,
do
his
you mean?
contract is not specifically
Probably
for
going to get
DC
blocked
content.
for this. I'm probably going to get
Yeah, I know.
blocked.
Play it on,
Well, who
yeah,
cares?
play it
They're
on
beta
screen, dude.
losers anyways with small dicks anyways. So
Small dicks. Oh my gosh.
Someone's going
I'd
to
like
tell
to
them right
mention,
away
so.
that I'm doing
You know,
that.
hallucinating all the fears and that. And, like, I'm just curious to see where this go. I do think the Arkham series is definitely going to start.
I like
Barry
Mary's
Dearden's
cool.
Joker. I think that's how you say his name. Paul
Barry Keoghan.
Danko.
Oh, he got his name right.
Blur.
Oh,
Maybe we'll get to see this version's Harley Quinn because you know she's very closely associated with like working in Arkham Knight.
Is that Callie barking?
We're gonna see
Yeah,
characters
Callie.
Can you mute?
Two-Face or Poison Ivy. I feel like they're going to be ones that are going to be built up later on.
She does
Maybe
make
we'll
a
get
great
characters
point,
like
actually.
Calendar Man or something, but that's my take on it.
Well, I'm just gonna break the suspense with this Matt Reeves thing because we know Matt Reeves' Batman is not in the same world as Black Adam or Henry Cavill's Superman. So it seems like Matt Reeves is gonna fall under that Joker 2 angle, where it's gonna be under DeLuca, under Warner's films, right? Elseworlds, Black Label, which I think could work, for Matt Reeves' world. So this just an interesting take with that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, not to bury the lead, because I feel like the lead is that you're basically trying to say that whatever James Gunn and Safran's workload is, it's not going to include things of that nature. That there's potentially a clear separation of DCEU and whatever they're going to label that other stuff, right?
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, that's according to the THR article. It said that actually. Specifically, it said that Joker 2, Todd Phillips that project falls under DeLuca and Warner's Films, Pam Abby, and then the main DC EU stuff is Gunn and Safran. So they actually made that distinction themselves.
Where does Zach fit in?
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, so just an interesting take with that. Now, again, I'm getting more sentiments. Again, my timeline is nuts right now, more than normal. People are
I would say this. I would say this. The toxic side of the community is going haywire. Because
Prime is part of that toxic side, though.
So the toxic.
I've seen in action, like someone literally said, "I can't wait to see Gotham Sirens," and like that guy I mentioned that had a go at me. He basically said, "Oh, Pamela Isley's about to be a Gotham City stripper by the name of Poison Ivy," and when she's working at the club, she's called for Green. So yeah, and I'm seeing just Snyder fans.
I mean, that's a very
interesting
comment. It's very interesting that caught your eye, Mari.
Right.
It's because Mari has a beef, probably. But this is what I was going to say, right?
I'm bored now.
Is that, again, it's warranted. All of this backlash is warranted from antis, and that's just my opinion, from antis. Because think about it. You're seeing various groups of different people from people that are adjacent to DC, outside of DC, within DC. There's a reoccurring thing I'm seeing on my timeline, and people are sharing things with me that they don't like this. And these are like people that don't get along with each other, don't like this. Like we have just had a kumbaya moment. Everybody's joined hands.
I see people on my
time not liking this.
Positive about this.
I'm baffled right now at how
it's just the angry comments are just making me laugh.
Well, it's all hilarious. It's all hilarious. They've joined together.
Comments, Mari.
What
else we got, Mari?
Just like some saying that James Gunn has to stay 50 miles away from Batman.
Too late.
Do they not understand that like James Gunn runs Batman now? James Gunn can run up behind Batman, bend him over, and just show him a Turkish delight.
An answer for the narrative, and hopefully, I'm leaning towards Zaslav and DeLuca. Have made and Abdi have made the right decision. I think. Hopefully, I'm leaning on their wisdom and things that they've done so far. Because all the movies that you name, Mari, Flash, et cetera, all the movies that have to come out still. They've been retooled, restructured, or are being retooled and restructured. And we got a taste of that back with Black Adam. And that movie, believe it or not, I've been seeing from YouTube reviewers and stuff like that. They love this movie or like this movie, but Black Adam. So it's gotten good word of mouth.
Sorry, here's another comment from the same angry Snyder fan, and just I don't know, it's just something to look at if you're curious.
Well, Black Adam is a very good movie, man. So if y'all haven't seen it yet, I
don't know about that. It's a 7 out of 10.
It's a passable movie, but it's not a great.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
Movie. It's like at best it's okay.
Is it above? I can't see it. Oh wait.
What's so funny?
He's putting up his own screenshots. No.
No, this is over James Gunn. Sending the.
Oh, you talking about Mercury? Oh.
Oh yeah, Merc.
All it takes is.
The Mercury's not happening.
I guarantee you, Mercury
All
will
it
back when the
takes is
Flash.
A lot of
one
people are
bad
not.
day. You want to know how I got these
Yeah.
scars and just. Yeah, like I said this before, but I'll brief you on. He got angry at me for not liking a Black Adam edit, but liking a Superman and Trunks edit.
Well, you know, that could be a separate space. You and your beef with Mercury. No, but
I'm mad about somebody else.
I'm not trying to make it on and make it the main focal point. I just think it's just stupid clown behavior in my opinion. But back
now,
to like,
Well,
James,
this is a
James Gunn,
public
like,
Twitter
the focus
space, so
point.
that's fine. I think.
I'm 50-50, but I'm more on the 50 of looking
50-50,
forward to
yeah.
it.
Well, it's still 50 the other side too. No, I'm just playing. But so with
So then you're like 60 then? Can't really be 50 if you're more for the other one, right?
But I think the consensus is, you know, again, everyone's reacting to Gunn as a creator when they hear this news. I think that's the fairest thing to say with this. We're acting as if him as a creator is going to translate the decision as an executive, right?
Yes.
Not saying it's fair, and I'm not trying to judge anybody, but because that's what I did, right? When I heard this news, I didn't even want to report this. I was live with Mari like an hour ago, and I got the DM. I was like, I'm not going to break that story because I don't want to get the backlash for that. So THR guy,
he wouldn't be breaking that story. What's he talking about? Oh my God, what a liar!
But he was broken way before.
We're reacting more of James.
They just
Gunn
got caught in 4K
as a creator,
in this
right?
case earlier.
He's like,
claimed
yeah,
or
that
am I looking
30
at that
minutes
wrong?
prior to it?
We are,
the
Sil.
news drop
And
on
you
family video.
you just let the cat out of your own bag. You're more with us than you realize, or maybe you do realize it. You didn't even want to report it. You were like, nope.
No, it's because he didn't have the
Mari
information.
was here when Mari. The first thing I said Peter Safran, right? Like I didn't say nothing about James Gunn because I was like, I know people gonna get so upset when that comes out. Everyone catch that replay. It is right, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
no,
yo.
I was here too. I heard it. I was like, Peter Safran. And then you said something like, oh, maybe James Gunn, maybe a consultant. And I was like, okay. And then you're like, nope, he's it. Breaking it. I was like, oh, God. You were hesitant. So I know you feeling us on.
Should we keep listening?
No.
Maybe on my
Nah,
Thank you. I just lost brain cells. No,
I just want to talk.
I feel I'm getting
thank
dumber
you.
every time I listen to Sil and Mikey.
I actually went there just to see that pool. I'm actually going to bring that up, but
what's the current status of the
Aaron
poll?
showed the receipts on DisGRACEd too. Let me show this on Twitter.
Mikey's gonna say.
I get.
I'm new.
I think
Aaron
you owe.
is
I
a new
think you.
scooper in town.
No, I think you owe an apology to Aaron, Isaac.
No, Isaac knows.
What's up? Oh no, screenshots
Yes, it's a
of
private
of
DM.
text
That is allowed to
messages.
this is a private DM between me and DisGRACEd that is allowed to show.
Monday, October 17th. Wow.
It's going to be Peter Safran.
It's going to be Peter Safran packaging deals with Gunn leading creative after this weekend.
Damn.
Rock stands.
Damn, you got it
Damn.
exactly.
Hey, DisGRACEd. What's up, DisGRACEd?
Nah, shut up, Max.
Bro,
DisGRACEd said he told you, but you didn't believe him.
All of a sudden, Max is just like, zip.
No, we always we always knew DisGRACEd knew some stuff.
Yeah, but you didn't listen to him. That's a casual
DisGRACEd
Michael.
always dropped the Marvel
See,
stuff.
this is how
and the
DC
stuff.
fans,
You don't
this is how
listen.
quote unquote Snyder fans, the really weirdos, are reacting to this. Like, look at this. Like, so I checked Vito's Twitter. So they're grasping so hard. They're bringing up this stuff again.
What?
Like, yeah, about like the pedo allegations and all that. Like, come
Oh
on,
my
really?
God. It's literally joking tweets from 10 years ago. This is honestly so stupid. These virtue signaling fucking weirdos all the time. I don't
This is
get
James
it.
Gunn is named
I
in the
don't get how
sexual
any normal
abuse case.
rational human being can hold somebody back from like a joke from 2012.
So stupid.
It is genuinely the stupidest thing I see every time.
Wow.
You do this with the same. You do this with.
I'm happy that there's a plan. It's not how I wanted to go directly, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm not like through the moon. I'm kind of excited that they found someone. They needed to find someone, you know, and I think he's equipped for the job. He has good talent relations. Peacemaker was a roaring success. It can compete with Disney. They need to compete with Disney, and they need to keep people's jobs over there.
What compete with Disney? Disney is a failure.
This is why you center Polka Dot Man as the Iron Man of this
No,
universe.
don't do that. Don't do that. Motherfucker's dead. Jesus.
My bad.
What is
Judo
Hans
master.
talking about? Jesus, you're talking about people who you don't like again, or move.
Well, to be
or
fair, that's
movie
what
entertainment.
Max's channel
We're
is.
trying
at
to
this
get
point.
different reactions from the entire community. It's the whole point.
Well, Hans, here's the thing. We're all reacting to something. We're reacting to articles. They decide to put their scoops on YouTube videos. So, yes, I'm covering it wherever I can.
Can I just say
The
this real
public
quick?
forum.
Would you cover it on the hub?
I have to share this screenshot. Matt, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this.
All right.
Hold on.
What's a Mercury
Don't
again?
say anything. Like, don't even read it. Like, I just want you to read it and just
Okay, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I'm.
Okay,
Let me know when
it,
it's on
I'm putting it
screen.
in the DM group. Hold up.
Oh, I got no. Put it on the screen
Oh, hold up. It's gonna take me a second. Hold on.
because you want me to react to something. I got to be able to.
Is it on my DM group or?
No. I got it. Hold up.
No, it's in the Cool Kids Club.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, you never invited me back.
There's a lot of weird stuff on
You would just. I think you would just spam your own links in there. It's
No, I wouldn't. I always behaved when all our friends
Max,
were
I
chatting
think
together.
you spam.
I
Bro,
never
Max doesn't even
misbehaved
text
in
us in his
any
group chat.
DM group.
Yeah, he
I
doesn't.
never-
Yeah.
I never misbehaved in any DM.
No, I'll add you. I'll add you back in. It's
I'm
fine.
also sick, hon, so I apologize if I came off.
Black RJ.
Okay, is it on the screen?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking at it right now.
Ooh.
Yesterday, no scooper gave this big information, so any scooper hyping
Oh,
Gunn
this
as the
woman.
leader of the DCU
Oh, this
will be
girl.
considered by me as a pedophilia apologist.
I know this girl. I know this.
So hold on, does that
bro.
mean that Joe is gonna go after Sil now? Because Sil said this isn't a bad thing.
Oh my god.
Imagine saying this about somebody who made a fucking joke of a tweet 10 years ago. Do they not realize people can fucking move on and improve?
No, she calls everybody a pedophile, bro. It's not
I don't know who this person is. So
I know
can't say
this
is
anything.
the person that after
But I can already tell they're very stupid.
She called Matt.
This chick is retarded. Like she's just dumb. That's just like
That
you know.
dropped as a
I don't
big-
even view that as punching down. She's literally just that stupid. Like she's got the intelligence of a pumpkin. It's bad.
Right now, that's
It's-
offensive to pumpkins.
You know what? You know what? I don't care. All right,
kind of
like
pumpkin?
pumpkins need to
What
do
kind of
better. All
We
right,
have
like
148 people here. Can we get 69 likes for Isaac?
Oh yeah, I forgot I
Give
did that all the
Isaac a 69, please. He needs one.
Yes.
Give him a 69.
By the way, this is
gotta
the
get-
quote. By
you
the
gotta-
way, I'll read the quote. Our commitment to Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Harley Quinn is only equaled by our commitment to the wonder of human possibility that these characters represent, said James Gunn and Peter Safran in a statement to the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah.
So
Look at this. Who's going to listen to this now?
Listen to what, bro?
Oh, but Geek Austin, he has an article about 3 Batman films.
Oh, my God.
Like, how could you like? Oh, really? Did Gunn say this?
No.
Fucking God, bro.
I mean, I want this to happen.
Was this
but
announced
I
last week?
I mean,
Shane Dawson.
Listen,
is
I'll
trending.
say this: we won't know next year if Ben Affleck is back. Truly
I mean, he's in something.
Will George Clooney be coming back?
I
as
think
Batman?
it's possible he could have free appearances, but they
50
said
million, I guarantee
they
you
said
he'll be back.
trilogy. His video said trilogy.
I think
Should you
he's
what?
just, if Batfleck's back, he's just going to be other heroes' films because they want to still separate him from.
I can't wait for
Entire
the Grace, I can't wait for the Grace Randolph video tonight because she absolutely hates James Gunn.
Hey, DeGrassi, we need to
Another
talk,
L
brother.
from Grace.
You know, I gotta get some scoopy scoops in the future, DeGrassi.
Nah, don't even listen to Max anymore. He didn't trust.
Well, he does drop
just
him.
tell him
does
fake
drop him in the
stuff.
chat. He does drop him in the chat.
Nah,
I'm gonna
tell
run
him
with
to Aaron from now on. Aaron's
Well,
gonna
if
be
I run
Phil,
with that
and
info, I'm
Degrassi will
gonna
be
say it was
Mikey Singh.
DeGrassi.
who is the multiversal Batman? Michael Keaton.
George Clooney.
Okay, bro, Keaton's. No disrespect to Keaton, but he's gonna. I ain't gonna say.
He's too old.
I ain't gonna say.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
that
actually could
disrespectful.
see her doing that. I think Grace is gonna go full unhinged tonight
Oh yeah.
because she hates James
Casual
Gunn.
Grace Randolph though.
You should get George Clooney. How old
Didn't
is
she
George
hit
Clooney?
the holiday special today? Didn't she
I have
hit
no
it
clue. I
back
didn't
Movie
watch
talk
that.
is fun. This is fun.
Matt, do you like the
Playing the
trailer today
chaos.
from James Gunn?
Shut up, Max. The
Do I like
turkey
the
meant
what?
Nothing.
The new trailer from Guardians?
Are you already?
I only saw it very briefly as I was picking my kids up from school, but it looked great. We're
Yeah,
talking
was
the
able
holiday
to go
special,
live
right? The holiday
earlier?
special.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that
Go
was
live
really good.
earlier if you could.
Who?
You.
I might go live earlier. I'm not going out driving tonight. So I could probably swing it a little earlier than
I'm gonna
9:30.
say no. He's friends with Zach.
Bro, he recently said on the Vodka stream that he still talked to James Gunn. Oh my fucking god, people!
They
mad
think it.
stupid.
This isn't even
Is
Matt
it- is it-
Garbo.
Bro.
Still Nation thinks it's over.
Good.
No, look, I'm
Nation's pretty
I'm
fucking stupid.
trolling for the most part, but really it's just like you can tell that they really do want to make sure that like they are going in the right direction. And Suicide Squad did very well on HBO Max. I believe its home video sales did very well. Peacemaker was very big. And I think that look, the reality of it is they want to find better ways to move forward. And I'm sorry, like as much as I love Zach's movies, that's a very complicated thing at this point in time.
I think it still could happen, but it has to be go through.
It's so goddamn complicated, though, Max.
Well, Jay already
There's-
said to you, his friend Jay Aliva, what do you pronounce his name last night? He already said it. Like they just have to have an agreement between both sides of something. But like,
So the Hollywood
who knows?
Reporter updated the article saying that Gunn officially starts on November 1st. That's his first day in the office.
Oh wow,
So he
that's
starts
a
in
wow.
6 days.
Oh, there's going to
when-
be some big moves in the first.
So when are they gonna build the DC studio?
So literally right after Halloween, he starts his job. So.
But you told me Snyder
The
was
Weasel
already back.
Cinematic Universe.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna question your intelligence saying that. No, you said Zach is coming back.
He did say that. Still says
Zach
it.
is back.
Why is Blue Beetle trending?
Just so we're aware, we have
He's
no
questioning his
Skywalker
audience's
has not
intelligence.
tweeted. I have no clue what's going on with
Botwalker.
Skywalker. He's probably
He's probably
not
checked. He's probably
happy.
checked himself in somewhere.
Hasn't like Zod Rider and Skywalker and all those guys said that he's back? Like Zach's back, baby. Zach's back.
Well, also Zod, I know on Twitter said that this confirms that James Gunn is going to create the Marvel versus DC crossover movie.
I think
That's not
I think
gonna
Rod
happen.
Rider
That's
might
not
have been
gonna
right
happen.
more than anyone else.
I mean, to be fair,
I
mean,
never
wouldn't
said last night that Suicide Squad was lame and wasn't successful. Jesus.
Did you like Suicide Squad?
Yes, I did like Suicide Squad. I liked both Suicide Squads.
Scott likes trolling. He likes
Scott likes
so,
dick.
yeah.
Let's just be fair.
Yeah, but like, who doesn't like
Oh my
it?
god!
I mean,
Oh,
some
well.
people out there thirst for the cock, and Scott's
that's-
one of them,
well,
man.
you
That's
can't
good for
say
him.
it
Don't
if you
no
haven't
kink
seen
shame.
it.
No
Say
kink
this,
shame.
I'd be okay with whatever David Ayer movies and Warner's wanted to release.
Hey,
With that,
well,
no
Moon's
problem.
trending.
They friends, bro. I guarantee you, if James Gunn really wanted to,
But
he could
Jared
bring back
Leto,
David Ayer.
Jared Leto is the problem.
Yeah, but this is his own
Do you
word.
really think David Ayer cares about Jared Leto?
And now it's up to him, though.
Well, Enosh, just just in 10 words or something. What's your reaction? I'm just curious.
Please show me.
I'm genuinely curious.
Hell, James Gunn.
But also, Aaron Couch from
Oh,
Hollywood
look at that.
Reporter said this.
You
That
look young. Jesus.
that when James Gunn takes the job on November 1st, he'll actively be promoting 2 Marvel projects in the holiday special and Guardians 3 as the DC executive.
Yeah.
I mean,
Which is
yeah,
crazy.
he has to.
So Kevin Feige is going to Warner Brothers now.
Zach ain't the Snyder.
Kevin Feige will work under James Gunn now.
It's over.
After the
It's
Boston
done.
Saga, Kevin Feige quits Marvel and goes to DC.
He becomes James Gunn's assistant. Sends him the coffee.
I mean, we know that Kevin Feige was in a set of Suicide Squad. So yeah.
So that means Kevin Feige created Suicide Squad.
Well, he did right. He did look at that, James.
No,
Gunn.
Kevin Feige look at Suicide Squad and be like, "Yeah, this is what we need for Thunderbolts."
All right, now listen.
Imagine.
I can't wait to see Grace's reaction.
Oh, that's gonna be in 3 hours.
Grace.
Man, I didn't even want to go live tonight. I have
Super
to.
Scoping is the funniest shit.
Oh,
ever.
what the heck? Get out of here, Matt. Complaining
What?
when there's great movie talk to talk about.
No,
This
I
is
said if
exciting.
nothing had happened like last night, I was like, if nothing happens, I'll take tomorrow off. And then of course, shit happened, and I'm like, God damn
Viola
it.
Davis is happy.
Well, yeah, it's the Wallerverse.
Well,
she's actually in the air cut. I'm just kidding.
Oh man, has anyone seen if Jeff Johns has said anything?
Nope.
Oh,
He's not active on
I don't
social
know.
media, so I don't know.
He's
He
not-
probably-
I mean, it happened just recently.
The Earth revolves around the sun. Mothers love their children, and Grace Randolph.
Does this mean like Grace? Wait, hold on.
Now, this happened not long ago.
Does this mean
just a
like
couple
Grace
months
won't
ago.
have any DC sources anymore?
Yep.
That's why she's been so bad lately.
She never had good sources to begin with.
Enosh says all the scoopers were proven to be liars. I'm going live right now to give my first. He's going live
Wait,
already.
he's live right now.
Okay.
Well, no, he's not
Going right
wrong. He's
now.
not wrong. Like literally, none of the scoopers called this. Nobody did.
No one
Except
said
Mr. Aaron
damage
World Order.
control is crazy.
People were concerned about. Well, did he really?
Hey, I
Did
didn't.
Henry
I'm not
Cavill
Scooper.
really
I got
sign?
from like.
Oh, he's gonna go live in a minute.
Who is?
Enosh.
Ah.
Yeah, he. Okay, yeah. he's
I
gonna go,
understand.
yeah.
'Cause this is big news. It is big news.
I mean, DC the last 2 weeks.
Listen,
he's
here's the
making
thing, right? No matter, I think we can all agree because I have to go because I have class in a couple minutes. This is just my
Yeah.
last, like my thesis statement.
Skip it. Just skip it. No.
I can't. I'll get a bad grade if I do.
Wow, Max and Kerr
Skip
just
it.
dropping out of
Here's the
school.
thing, right?
YouTube is his
We all
sustainable livelihood.
wanted DC to get leadership. They got 2 leaders in place now. You have a great creative in James Gunn. You have a great producer in Peter Safran. They both know what they're doing. Hopefully, we have starting November 1st. They're going to path out and create a direction going forward. I think we're going to see a lot of moves being made. This is good news that they got their leader in place. Now we can just get the ball rolling. I mean, listen, whatever you think of James Gunn as a person or as a director in terms of his style, he's a creative with a vision. And I want to see what his vision for DC is. I think this is exciting. I think that they're really going to start competing in the comic movie and entertainment space. And listen, whatever happens is going to happen. I think like this, we're in uncharted territory. Nobody knows anything. Everything's up in the air, but we're going to know more probably next month, starting November 1st. So,
DisGRACEd. Look what DisGRACEd said. Well,
Okay.
I mean, his character's on an 8. Well, Greg Berlanti and him are doing.
I'm not against Jeff Johns. They had a bad situation at the studio. I don't like what he did to that movie. I do think he was vying for power. That is what happens at these companies, though, too. Doesn't excuse it, but I don't think he didn't do anything. He should end up in jail. So whatever.
No, I mean, I don't hate James Gunn. I just don't like his comic book stuff. Some of his comic book stuff and stuff. But I think Stargirl is great because that's about his sister. He created that. Rest in peace to her, his sister. But I mean, I hope the HBO Green Lantern show is happening. So, regardless.
Yeah, Green Lantern's fine.
And the first episode is going to
thank
be
you for
about.
having me back. I appreciate it. I got to dip out. Much love to y'all. This is going to be a crazy night of discussion for sure. Because this is just.
we're gonna
You
cancel
should
matches.
retire, RJ.
I mean, we're going to discuss
Don't
more.
come back.
I want to retire, but every time I try and
No.
go, news keeps breaking. I want to talk about. It's ridiculous.
Max
You like
is
talking
bringing
about
you on
the
to
news.
staying
But
with you.
RJ's Tom Brady right now.
Well, see, RJ's like, I'm coming out of retirement. I'm leaving.
He's Tom Brady. He's Tom
I'm
Brady.
bailing
That's
out
what
of
he is.
Tampa, going back to the,
No,
whatever.
I mean, I said a few months ago that I rewatched the Suicide Squad. I like it now.
It's Tom Brady. And Tom Brady regrets coming back.
I already were
the
shitting on
Suicide
it when it
Squad
first came out.
Max,
I mean,
I liked it before it was cool.
I liked it from the
Suicide Squad was
beginning.
a 6.
No, I didn't like it at first. I remember. I was being honest. It wasn't because I was stuck in the Snyderverse or anything. I just really liked the first.
Yeah, you said you
Suicide
wanted
Squad.
references.
Yeah, tomorrow's the
I didn't
deadline.
like what they did with Joel Kinnaman's character.
Flag.
But making him
Well,
interesting.
there needed to be consequences. To be fair,
Yeah, it is
but
called
you
the
know.
Suicide
And I do
Squad.
feel sometimes that
Jordan did retire
Gunn
twice. 3
puts
times.
comedy over.
3 times.
If there's a punchline he could do, he'll do that over story sometimes, but not like
Yes.
Taika Waititi.
We're talking about what needs Jesus. Yes, I mean, Cavill interview is tomorrow in New York. Tomorrow. So that's gonna be. I wonder what he's gonna say in the interview.
But all the
Superman
scoopers
stuff,
on all
Victor
sides
stuff.
were arguing. Well, did he actually sign the contract for Cavill? And then this comes out.
We'll see tomorrow. We see tomorrow.
Oh, that's
We'll see
what I
tomorrow.
wanted to look up. I wanted to look up Black Adam box office from
Yes,
Monday.
Tomorrow's
See
gonna be
how
Superman and
bad-
it did 7 million yesterday.
That's
Okay.
not good.
Yeah,
So
I don't know if that's bad.
Is that good or bad?
that's all. That's the interview.
7 million for it's looking like it's relatively on track for Shazam, basically.
So 400.
Well, do you think the House of Dragons finale impacted it slightly, where it could have a stronger second weekend now that some shows are done?
No.
No.
I'm just asking. I'm not sure of that.
I haven't watched this. I haven't watched. I gotta watch it. I'm just waiting for every episode to finish. So yeah. I mean, then we gotta. Well, to wait.
I haven't seen it yet, so
It's crazy that so
Don't
Rings
spoil
of
it here,
Power is
guys.
coming out in 2024, and then House of Dragon is coming out in 2024.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Everything that came out this year, like on HBO, will come out 2024.
Yeah. Gee.
I'm trying to find
I mean-
the official for Monday. You said 6 or 7.
yeah. If you check out, it's there's people talking about it. Actually, I got a tweet. I think Caden posted it earlier today.
Caden, The Walking W.
Okay, yeah. So Black Adam grossed 4.5 million on Monday. My bad, not
That's
7.
not
It's
that
4.5 million. At the domestic box office, a 72.9% drop from Sunday.
Wow.
Versus Shazam's 3.1 million, which was a 77.9% drop. The film starring The Rock reaches a culmination of 71.5 million in the United States. It should cross 100 million on Saturday, by estimations.
That's not great. That's not great though. I'm
It
a
was
little
gonna make more
disappointed.
$1 billion.
I think the one movie that's gonna make a lot of money.
While you're here, Matt, what's your thoughts on Kathy Kennedy? They're telling her to stop announcing movies that she never makes.
I mean I agree with it. To be fair,
It's sad. It's become a joke.
well, it's funny. Well, she hasn't personally announced anything in a long time, so I think she took it to heart. What we know about is that there's stuff that's being worked on, that's being reported. She's confirmed things are being worked on, but that's not an announcement, like a release date of when something is coming. So, it's like people are kind of using it as a bit of an unfair dig on her.
I don't think so.
Well, no, because
How
she hasn't
many
announced
years?
anything. She hasn't announced anything in a long time. So,
Well, regardless of it's an official announcement or through her trades that she's so closely tied to, that are friendly with her in her production in Lucasfilm, how many years is it going to be since a Star Wars movie's been in the theater? And that's a big fail, especially with how many people have been announced.
It's only been since 2019. It's not that long though.
yeah, dude, we waited how many years? 14 years from 83. No, 17 years from 83 to 99.
Yep.
And then 10 years from 2005 to 2015.
Yep.
And then from
The
2015 to
galaxy
2019, we got 6
sandbox.
movies.
Yeah.
But dude, we've had 3 live action shows this year. 3 live action Star Wars shows with budgets larger than the original trilogy.
Well, I don't know about Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan budget.
Marvel,
Obi-Wan had
still does movies with Disney
Ha-
Plus.
the budget
and
Obi-Wan
even
was
DC still does shows with movies in the theater. Star Wars is a huge property.
Dude, there's been 1 DC movie this year that's been connected to the DCEU. So,
But how many last year?
1.
One.
Okay,
It was
it
supposed
was
to
20
be
a year.
It was
How many
supposed to
came
be
out in 2020? 1.
One.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is 2020.
Oh, sorry, 2. Birds of Prey and Wonder Woman.
Oh, yeah, there
you go.
was 2. Yeah.
Well, we don't count Birds of
That
shit.
was
That
Birds of Prey was before the pandemic. I remember. Oh, yeah.
it was
that's
20
what-
it was January something.
Yeah.
This isn't true.
No, Catherine
All right.
Kennedy.
Well,
somebody-
Grassy, that's Mike Zero doesn't know that.
Oh my god, Mike Zero.
I think she deserves some harsh criticism for the way it's been handled.
I think the
for the
Mandalorian
movie.
is to be
Everyone
released.
keeps saying we don't need Star Wars movies. We don't need Star Wars movies.
Yeah, why not? We do. Why not? It doesn't have to be like a Skywalker saga or anything like that. They could do. You don't have to do like episodes 10, 11.
John
12.
Campia's talking about it.
Really?
Oh, on live or
Yeah, he's live right now.
What did he say? They love
even
it.
it live again?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's open mic.
Open mic.
Oh, is it the rip-off show of Mark Jarbo, the Hollywood?
We're talking. We don't need to check in with them. As I was going to check in on with him because Harloff is back, and they were talking about Cavill.
Shut up, Max. You keep up with every YouTuber.
I do,
Harloff.
Of course he
Listen,
does.
Harloff.
but I kind of thought it was. I actually would really like the combination of Harlock being
Max, you gotta change your name from Movie Match Entertainment to Scooper Madness Entertainment.
Well, there's rumors that Marvel's making.
Max
TV
not Scooper though.
I just
He
covered.
Yeah, he talks about scoopers. He's
Yeah.
not a movie. It's in the name though.
I know a scooper. No, I know a source. DisGRACEd. And Aaron,
Wow, wait, you're never supposed to reveal.
I get my sources from Degrassi and other people. So
I only trust Geekosity, so I don't even trust.
I trust mob culture.
Let me ask Matt this while you're here. Is this going to hurt Geek Austin business when they come out with like, oh, that Batman trilogy? No one's going to listen to their shit tomorrow. You know?
I mean, well, that's kind of the problem with it is that they, you know, like they just put out the article about the Batman trilogy, and it's like, okay, you know, again, until things are reported in the trades, I think we have to take everything with a grain of salt. Now they could argue things change, you know, like they think this, like, is it like, look, with Cavill coming back, is it a high likelihood that Ben Affleck would do the same? Sure. But that 3-picture deal is something that's already been said a couple years ago by freaking cultured nerd. And that wasn't real.
This is what Sil was saying, was it's a trilogy of movies for him, for Batfleck. That's where it's like, what? A Batfleck trilogy while they're producing Batman 2. That's kind of a stretch there.
Yeah.
He said that in his title.
Well, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Because again, Sil likes to he'll say things that have a really heavy inference.
Mm-hmm.
And so if it's not true, he'll go, I never said it.
And
then if it is true, he'll be like, no, I said it.
He'll take credit.
He'll take credit for it. Yeah, yeah. He's a fucking hype guy. That's all he is.
James Gunn.
Yeah, no one should take him serious at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the Arkham Asylum, that's great too. That's other good news. Are they trying to why now with these announcements? Is it because Black Adam's out, or any benefit of announcing this on a Tuesday after Black Adam?
If I had to guess, maybe it's a quarterly thing. Because I know Chapek is doing a quarterly earnings call. I think next couple days or whatever. So I mean, it could be that DC is not far behind.
I also think they have nothing planned after Aquaman 2. There's like no moving for 2024, 2025.
Well, they could move Blue Beetle. They could move Blue Beetle.
Technically, yeah. There's like
they don't got the money. There's no way they're releasing 3 movies next year. They don't got the money, bro. There's no way.
Well, let me bring this up because I never really watched this on stream yet.
All right, I'm gonna go, guys.
It's just the Henry Cavill thing.
Take care, Jeffrey.
Oh, thanks. Thank you, Isaac. I never really watched it.
Hey, everyone. I wanted to wait until the weekend was over before posting
Look, he's in Los Angeles.
because I wanted to give you all a chance to watch Black Adam. Now that plenty of you have, I wanted to make it official that I am back as Superman. And the image you see on this post and what you saw in Black Adam are just a very small taste of things to come. So there's a lot to be thankful for, and I'll get to that in time. But I wanted to thank you guys most of all. Thank you for your support, and thank you for your patience. I promise it will be rewarded.
That's amazing. How does Grace run with, well, it's overly vague? He's like, this is just a taste of things to come.
I know.
Everything will be rewarded. And then go super negative on this guy, saying
he hates Cavill.
Wasn't a good Superman to begin with. Did you hear her say that the other day? Well, I don't watch Grace, Matt, but she said that in her other video the other day. Well, he was never really a good Superman. He should have took that deal at Marvel to go to Marvel. I'm like, has anyone actually confirmed that Marvel was actively approaching Cavill?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
No.
He just said if he wanted to be in Marvel, he wanted to be Captain Britain. That's all. He wasn't talking with them. That's all he said.
I mean, Loki. I'll say this: Loki and The Witcher film on the same
that's awesome,
studio.
Maria.
So I'm pretty sure
but
Feige probably talked to Kendrick because, hey, you want to join the MCU? I got this role. He probably say no, I don't want to. But maybe he could be an X-Men character in the future. Who knows?
I was going to go through. Well, Matt, I don't know. You might have to go. I'm not sure. I was just gonna go to 3 hours. But
I'm just kind of hanging out right now.
Okay. Well,
I'm trying to create something new. But
I was going through every Star Wars movie and TV show confirmed so far. Let me see here. What is that? Taika Waititi's Star Wars movie. Not a lot of progress happening there. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. That was a big announcement.
That's canceled. That's canceled, right?
No, it's been put on hiatus indefinitely.
Ryan Johnson.
So Ryan Johnson, okay.
Kevin Feige.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's still happening though. Like
Jay
that's
Diller's
still...
Star Wars movie.
Ma, you think the Kevin Feige project is making $2 billion?
There was like 3 more in there too.
Damn it, what is the character from Solo? Oh my god.
Solo?
Yes. Oh my god, the one that Danny Glover played.
Lando?
Lando,
yes, Lando,
yeah.
the Lando show.
Who's the character? Solo.
Because I got bad memory. I keep forgetting his name. That's why.
Well, this is something that Funky Foo 42. I can blame Cassidy for not having a concise plan for the trilogy, but did George ever have a plan? Yeah, he did have a plan.
No. Yes, he did. He did. Yes, he did.
He did so have a plan. It's just they didn't want to do it. That's why I also said at the very beginning of the stream that Warner Brothers Lucasfilm did something very similar where they said, where they pretty much went, not that plan was their plan for George and Zach, not the Zack Snyder verse and not the George Lucas verse.
Wasn't the original plan
instead of having a solid plan of their own and activating it on it? And I mean, me and Matt might disagree there. I don't think Hamada had a solid plan.
Wasn't the original plan not to have Luke and Leia's brother and sister?
Well, yeah.
Like I don't
things change there. There's something.
Yeah, plans change on the fly.
Yeah, but he still had a plan first. He had an outline. Yeah, but I don't. Do you really think they actually had an outline they stuck to for the sequel trilogy? Like they knew what was going to happen on episode 9? I don't think so. I don't think there's any proof of that.
I don't know.
The original trilogy seemed to be. There's I've seen documentaries with him where he had at least an outline.
An outline.
And then he decided to start in the middle too, not with the he decided to start with episode.
Mark Hamill said congratulations to James Gunn on Twitter.
Well, that's good.
Mark Hamill confirmed.
I guarantee you, Mark Hamill is gonna do something live action with
Joker
on DC
voice.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
There was also the argument that maybe Kathy didn't announce these things come through the trades that she works with.
Anthony, if you do ever do a sweet Jokers, Mark Hamill could be one of the Jokers.
And
as the older Joker, yes, I would take that.
And I, for one, am happy too because I'm assuming. But do you think James Gunn will be an active president on social media too, with interviews and interacting with fans?
Yes.
Where Kathy and Hamada both were just like very distant from anything, including interviews.
I don't think Walter has a Twitter. Walter doesn't have a Twitter.
I think that's a fail for presidents nowadays for any of these companies.
The thing with James Gunn is that he likes his fans. He respects his fans, so he will answer the questions if you ask him nicely.
No, right. He has good. I mean, his social media. He's cleaned up the social media mostly. He still calls people out,
and which I love. That I love it. If he does that as the next DC president, nobody as the DC president.
Imagine people trying to scoop DC now, and James Gunn's just like, no,
bullshit. Nope, not fake news. That would be funny.
What if that's a thing, Matt? What if now Scooper's trying to this is what's happening in DC, and James Gunn's like, no, that's not happening.
Well, I do feel. Oh yeah, no, I absolutely feel that what we're gonna get is going to be a very interesting situation because James will be too busy to probably talk shit, but I think he's still going to be on Twitter. And so I'm just waiting. All it's going to take is for the first person to come out and say that they've got a scoop and inside track of DC and shuts it down. They're done. They're absolutely done. No one will trust them. And so what I think should happen, I mean this legitimately, is
there you go,
start tweeting at James Gunn, Mikey Sutton scoops. Just go, what about this? 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 And just bait him into responding and shutting it down. Just bait him into responding and shutting it down.
You should do that if James Gunn.
That would be funny as shit.
This changed the scooping game today too. For DC, at least.
Yeah, someone who is very anti-scooper, now in control.
Yes,
you know,
and that's good because
he keeps a tight ship on his productions too. Nothing leaks out, does it?
No, everything we have.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Does any of this stuff leak out of stuff that's happened in his films?
Nope.
The Suicide Squad. There were some set photos from the Suicide Squad, but they might.
Suicide Squad. I mean, Rick Flag's death leaked out early.
Yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb. He should have never died. Whatever. Well, technically, he could come back after the Flash because that's what we said in the universe.
No, because that would undo Peacemaker's journey.
All right, Aaron.
So,
Aaron,
God damn it!
Not hit end broadcast. Man, he just leaves before I say don't hit end broadcast. I want to do the last 10 minutes.
He probably refreshed the page.
There was one other thing I wanted to cover that is was.
I mean, that is true. It does undo Peacemaker Journey and Peacemaker Season 1. Yeah, that's true. I'm not saying. But what about what about alternate universe version of Rick Flag?
This is the other thing that's going out there. I don't know if Isman Esfandi to get Ezra Bridger's Star Wars spinoff.
Oh yeah, that been reported last week that he's getting a spinoff. I was like, we haven't seen the show yet. I know the show's.
Well, I mean, is that a good idea? Like, do we need a spinoff show for every character?
I mean,
I like Ezra.
I don't know. We got to see how Ezra does in the show.
This is just a rumor now, too. We don't know for sure, right?
Yeah. But we don't know what's going on with Ezra in the Ahsoka show, right? We don't know what happened to his character in the show. So, I mean, I thought the kid, man, it's crazy that the kid Aladdin still doesn't have a job in Hollywood. That's crazy. Damn.
They do?
The kid, the guy who played Aladdin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought for sure they were going to go with him. What happened?
I don't know.
They didn't like.
Ever since that movie made a billion, I just think Hollywood. I don't know. It's so weird because he seems like a nice guy.
I don't think no, Scott. They said they're working on
Scott,
things.
Just stop with your bullshit, bro. You do this in every show, bro. Like Jesus Christ. Sick of that. I agree something with Mike. You like dick.
What?
Like that. Man, like just stop.
Oh boy, I'm in a good mood. That was exciting. I'm gonna rewatch.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna rewatch the Suicide Squad now because I watched it once again. Probably gonna watch it again.
I don't like the movie. I don't like it. I give it a 6.
Maybe I don't watch the whole Peacemaker series. Maybe I'll watch the last few episodes. Because the last episode was kind of almost like a whole movie. Really,
the first 4 episode was not good to me. I was like, but then episode 5 into 8 was amazing. I was like, yeah, I enjoy it.
He does use the thing where there's like aliens taking over people's minds quite frequently, though.
What mind thing? Oh, the creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. He does have
both in Suicide Squad and Peacemaker.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hope we pick a good villain now. Who's next on season 2 Peacemaker?
Is that done? Are they actually?
No, they're filming next year, spring of 2023. They're filming it.
Okay.
So yeah, they're filming next year. Probably getting news about it.
Well, what was that last article that happened? Was that last week, Matt? Did they say a secret James Gunn movie too?
You know what? I don't know. I don't remember, to be fair.
I think it said a secret that was in the title. That's way more believable now. Not that I didn't believe it before, but
well, there was apparently a movie slated for like September 2023, which has been said to be possibly what is it? Blue Beetle going theatrical. I've heard that. There's been like, that could have been Batgirl coming out. There's a lot of some people have said, oh, that's the Ayer cut now. And I mean, it is what it is, dude. Like, I have no idea. Look, I'll just say this, right? If Gunn and Safran are looking at what's happening online today and they're like, let's try to get over those Snyder fans, I think doing the Ayer cut is probably going to be like the best way to do that.
Yeah.
Just like it may not be Zach.
Is the CGI done, right? The CGI. Done,
it needs some polish according to the art. So I don't quite know what that means.
How much money will he need though? Like maybe 10 million?
Well,
I don't know.
Do you think this happened all from October 17th? Because that's also when Aaron gave Sean is here. But no, this is all from October 17th where he pitched a secret movie. And they're like, well, not only are we going to give you the movie, you want the job? Like, what the? I mean, do you think this came together quickly or was in the plans for a while for James?
I think, there was another thing I read earlier that was saying that apparently Abdi and DeLuca were having conversations with Safran and Gunn at the same time they were talking to Dan Lin. Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if they were the backup choice because I think they ultimately wanted Dan Lin. Lin had been a part of DC before, he was very passionate. He's very successful. Yeah. He's very successful in his personal endeavors and his producing stuff. And, the guy knows the industry and I think he'd be a good choice. And then, that thing fell through because there was conflict over him divesting himself from his production company, which is apparently a nonprofit, if I remember that correctly. And so that fell through. And so they obviously need somebody to come in and steer the ship. So Safran is probably going to handle the executive and Gunn will handle the creative. And it's kind of going back to Jeff Johns and John Berg, if you think about it, but, without the baggage on that front. Other baggage that is largely irrelevant, but yeah.
Well, maybe should we have seen this coming from this article? Because look at this. It's all right here. The big clue. In the Hollywood Reporter can exclusively report that James Gunn, the filmmaker, I'm not going to read the whole article, just part. The filmmaker behind Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy movies, as well as Warner Brothers DC-based The Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, is angling for his own new DC project or two. Sources tell the THR that Gunn and producer Peter Safran are in talks with Warner's for a mystery movie, possibly more, which is now this is confirmed. Just we didn't know how much more. They were going to head everything up that Gunn would tackle. Safran is already in the DC business, being a producer on Shazam and its upcoming sequel, as well as Aquaman and that movie sequel. So there was a lot of info right in these two paragraphs here that we should have maybe guessed it. Yeah, that's pretty accurate reporting there, right?
Yeah, I think there's a lot that's that we're a lot of change is going to happen. The hierarchy is now changed. It's in the hand of a creative and an exec, and I think that's a good dichotomy to have. So it's not just one.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, no, I'll say Matt. That's true. What he said. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're heading up to the final few minutes. I might as well get to the 3-hour mark. Matt,
I didn't even know you were live.
Well, I was doing my Scoop Wars. I completely changed the topic once I saw the breaking news. I changed the thumbnail and title
okay.
to get in the
because I got home.
Like, really?
And I was like surprised. I'm like, because I thought you were doing Scoop Wars. I thought you already did Scoop Wars.
Yeah, I was in the middle of Scoop Wars, and Anthony messaged in the chat, "Whoa, breaking news that and it's not, that James Gunn has taken over DC." And I'm like, "What?" And then I searched for it. So Anthony made this happen.
Yeah, I was hanging out talking with my girlfriend, and then all of a sudden, like, my phone just started like blowing up, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I jump on Twitter, and I've got like 5 DMs, and I normally don't have that many. I'm like, okay, something's happening, and everyone's like, check DC, check DC, check DC, and I'm like, what the hell? Holy crap!
Well, 95 people watching. Go check out Matt's channel. You probably know, most people here know, but
yeah,
$3 Theater, Hollywood After Dark's going to be fire tonight. Matt's gonna be going crazy with this news.
No, I'm not like it's. I'm happy. I'm hoping more info drops before the end of the day. I think it will. You know, I know. I honestly, I'm just kind of like I'm chilling with it. You know, like all right, cool, man. Like good. You know, finally, it feels like the adults are in charge. You know, but I still, what I find to be very interesting is I still think that The Rock was trying to get Hiram Garcia to take over. I still think that because for the last little while, I've noticed that like when talking about DC League of Super Pets and talking about Black Adam, what's going on at $7, all of a sudden it's not just The Rock and Danny. Now they're talking about Hiram, bringing, you know, Hiram Garcia, Danny's brother. And it's like, oh, okay. And they've been trying to make him like a household name. They've been really putting his name out there. He's been giving lots of interviews. Like they're, you know, you can tell like they're propping him up. And I'm all like, why are they trying to make this guy a household name? And then I start thinking more about it with like this whole DC chief thing and the Rock, like, well, maybe I can steer the direction on who they want to pick or something. Right. I'm like, that makes sense. He wants his former brother-in-law to do it. Because if they have a long-term plan, all they got to do is get their guy in, right? And still their guy at the top. And then it's just going to be $7 takes over DC. And then they can do Black Adam 2, Black Adam 3, Man of Steel, whatever they want to do. They've got that. They would have had that power. But clearly that's not where things are going.
Well, was the director of Black Adam? Like he left. He took his money and left. He hasn't said no.
Well, he was a director for hire.
Wasn't he the Disney director? Like,
well, yeah, no, he worked on Jungle Cruise, but the thing is though, like the Rock does producer driven content. So like Kevin Feige does producer driven content, but Feige will also allow the directors to be creatives. The Rock builds up projects and then finds a person to come in and handle them. So they were working on, so like, I think he had worked with Disney to get Jungle Cruise. They've obviously worked with like, I forget who, Universal to do like the reboot of Big Trouble in Little China, which I hope to God is not happening now.
Well, I'm getting a little sleepy, so I'm probably going to end. I appreciate you sticking with me till the end. I'm past my nap time.
Yeah, no, I missed my nap time too.
Oh, so you see, we've been two old movie talk guys, same age, missed their nap time. Oh God. Well, I'll sleep good. Good night, everyone.
What?
I'm gonna go right to sleep. I'm tired. My work was hell today. Oh, the last 2 days. Oh my dear Lord. Whew. Okay. So go check out Matt and follow Anthony all on social media.
Shut up, CJ.
Bye, everyone. There's a lot of movie talk tonight. Have a good one. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, Max is tired, so he did it.
I don't know. I don't know. I might, but that's gonna be weird. And then Matt's. I don't want to mess up. I don't want to stream. I don't mean to stream at the same time as you, Matt. Sometimes, but I'm like, if I stay up till Matt's done, I'm not gonna make any content. So I was like,
no. It's all good, man. It's all good.
I don't get
half the time. I don't even want to do it. I do it because I feel like I have to. So it's just like, I don't know.
I might wait till real late until Matt and everyone else is done, and then I might just do like see what happens later. I'll see.
Well, again, yeah, won't worry about it. There's stuff going on. It's all good. Lot happening today, a lot to talk about. So yeah, just go. I'm
gonna wait till more news comes out because I pretty much covered this. So good night, everyone. Go watch Quad later, and follow Anthony. Bye.
Oh, apparently Good Burger 2 is happening.